potency, all that good stuff.
Well, that's crazy. So you guys are saying that your packs, a 50, what was it, 52, 62, or what was it?
62 and 58.
58 and a 62% humidity. Those packs aren't necessarily meant to, like, if you have it way too dry, it's not just for having dry-ass product. It's to maintain it. So, like, you could go ahead and put it in there right after you're done cutting it up, and you want to keep it nice and fresh.
Previously
you put a Bovita
on.
in there, and they'll keep it nice and fresh.
Exactly. Yep. So it's for all applications. If you got stuff that's too wet, it will pull moisture out. Now, if it's too dry, it's going to add it, and then it's going to maintain that 62% or 58. So it's not done when it adds, and it's done. It will keep it there for 2 to 4 months.
Damn, you guys got a great product. That is the best thing I've ever heard. Hey, guys, go check them out. Bovita, is it bovita.com? What is it? How do we find you?
It's bovitainc.com or on Amazon.
Am I saying it wrong? Is it Bovita?
It is Bovita, but hey, everyone says Bovita, or it's a bunch of different things. So,
okay, do it the Duff way. It's Bovita, dude, or Bovita. If you guys want to be French, call it Bovita. I'm American, so it's Bovita, okay?
Hey, that works for us.
And you guys check them out on the internet. If you can't find them at your local hydroponics shop, you should tell them they need to get it because they're missing out on it. Don't get that stuff from that one company that distributes a bunch of knockoff stuff. Get the Bovita over the Bovita, okay, guys? Make sure it's that. It's got a unique packaging, and it's the shizzle.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. KidCon 2017. Bovita. We're out of here. Fresh weed. That's what they say. Fresh weed. They're yelling at me, fresh weed over to the right of me. But it's good. That's what it does. It's fresh weed. It's Bovita. You like really harsh, dry weed? No. Then just go out to Southern California on those, those Santa Ana conditions and put your weed out there and smoke it. Okay? Dry time. And then you'll be crusty too, so you need to marinate yourself in lotion while you're at it. Let's take a few calls. Hey, we got Jen calling in. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen, what's your question?
I'm not made for radio.
Either am I, man. So I'm out of here.
Dr. Dust here. Indoor Gardening Expo, Long Beach, Maximum Yield, that's right. Maximum Yield Indoor Gardening Expo, Long Beach. I just cruised into Tim. Hey, I bumped into Tim from Smart Pots. Hey, Tim, how you doing?
Good. How's it going, Dr. Doe?
I'm doing good, man. And everybody knows you're a huge sponsor here on the Heavy Teas Grow Show. So, you guys are way popular. We love your products. Everybody loves your products, including me. Is there anything you want to pinpoint on your guys' product today?
Yeah, we appreciate the support from you guys. Do a great job getting the word out there. Good word about Smart Pots. Basically, we're just out here educating customers. They're going to see a lot of competitors around and want everybody to know the differences between a Smart Pot and everything else.
That's right. It's an air pruning pot. That's right. It doesn't let your roots spin around and get root bound. It prunes it. It gets those roots blowing up and making you have a better yield. That's right. And you know what? I just learned something that I had no idea you guys had, but it was actually a 4x4 tray liner, right?
Absolutely. We do have 4x4.
Yes, you are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. We are running late. I had to buy some stuff. It's my fault. I apologize, but we're about to start the show. Heavy Tea and our guests are here. We're going to start the show in a couple minutes. Stay tuned.
But we also do custom sizes to fit any tray.
Wow, that's crazy. So you guys we can go ahead and contact you, smartpots.com.
Absolutely, and you'll find a link to my email address, which is tim@smartpots.com, for any custom orders.
That's very nice. Hey, Tim, thank you very much for your time. Smart Pots, awesome. It's a great pot. Make sure you guys are using it. 30 degrees cooler with the Smart Pots in the root zone on a hot day compared to a black pot. So make sure you're using it. It air prunes. It aerates. It does everything you need it to do. That's right. Isn't that right, Tim? Can I just get a job?
We got a spot for you. Thanks, Duff, man. We appreciate all you guys and feel the love for sure.
All right, Tim. Thank you very much. SmartPots.com. If you don't know, you should be knowing because it's the smartest pot around, peeps. SmartPots.com. Check them out. You already know because I know. I'm out.
Here we are, dude. Billy Graham. Tissue culture. I know a lot of people out there, Bill, love tissue culture, but they're scared to even delve into it. How do they get into tissue culture? What do they got to do?
Well, that's what I've been doing all this time. I kind of led a lot of this way back when. I'm still in touch with the people who are using the kits every single day. I'm traveling with my tissue culture kit, and I'm not the difficult guy. I'm the one who makes everything easy. So it's really funny. It's the last time your listeners heard me was when I was in the studio, and our whole thing was put some plants into the tissue culture tubes. Those tubes are going to give you all your new clones forever. And that's all still there. And when everyone hears about tissue culture, that's what they see from what everybody's done with every other plant. What I wanted to share with your listeners today is that really just since like November, December, we started doing some shortcuts, and it was super cool. I wanted people to do this quickly and learn fast, so we would go in and we would take the user's clones, put them into the tissue culture tubes, and then grow them just for like two weeks, and we would take them out and put them right into rooting. So that way they knew how to start and how to finish, and then they were more interested in learning what to do in between. But what's very funny is it actually turned out that that's its own thing. Dude, this is going to blow your mind because you've seen all of this stuff before. I am making cuttings from trimmings when the veg plants are going into flower, and we're taking off those limbs that are just not really going to be anything, those toothpick thin branches. When I put them in the tissue culture liquid, your listeners can't see this, but we're going to describe it. It started as a little skinny thing 10 days ago. I'm holding a 4-inch tall test tube that's full of plant and leaf that's now almost as thick as a chopstick. This started as a toothpick, and this in 10 days it's gotten this big. I'm going to take this out, put rooting gel on it, and put this right into my plug tray. This is my new plant start. Number one is I was able to make good clones from what would be trash. But I've also got all the advantages of tissue culture. Everybody looks at tissue culture. Number one, to get rid of mother plants. I took this from clippings. Number two is, as long as that liquid stays clear, this is disease-free. So we already know no fusarium, no powdery mildew. This is clean. We've got that whole nutrient sugar boost, so this guy's really vigorous. Number three is this is also my genetic booster, because I've got all the trace metals here and the hormone stimulation. And four, that hormone, this is the branching hormone. So tell your listeners, it's already branching and it's still in a test tube. This guy starts, these little branches, every leaf you see in this tube was not there. The piece that went in this tube was a 3-inch tall little naked toothpick with a little bit of green hair. And now I've got 6 nodes that are already bushing out. And I'll grab any tube in that box and I'll tell you it has the same thing. Trim the bottom, put the root gel in it, root this in 10 days to root and a couple more weeks to start getting some good top growth. But from that clipping to a whole new veg plant you could take that clipping from again is about 8 weeks, which is exactly how long your veg plant from the first time took to flower. So I've just harvested Mom. She's already chopped up in the bud basket, and now the next generation is going in, and I'm putting my next bunch of clones in. So my veg plants are my clone donors.
Damn! Hey, wait. It's that easy, dude. Seriously, you just put the gel in there. You cut your plant at week 3 because you're like, hey, dog, I gotta get some of this bottom crap out of there. It's gonna be nothing, dude. It's gonna be Schwarf right there. And then there it is, dude. He's got a whole paper right here with a drawing, weeks 5 through 6. Dude, there it is. Week 5, you're killing it. So seriously, how many with the liquid that you provide? How many you could do? Thousands?
You can. I'd sell a starter kit with 16 tubes and the liquid for $60. From there, you own the tubes, and you'd only have to buy the liquid, which is going to be $15. So for less than $1 per cut. This is not so much tissue culture as this is a clone conditioning kit. I've discovered a whole new step between cutting your clone and rooting your clone.
Damn! He just blew our mind right there, dude. A whole new step. He's just thrown it in our face like, yeah, dog. It was that easy. I did that, no problem.
What I do, man. I've got this in commercial sizes. I've got 1,000 tube kits. We can do any number of anything anybody needs, but the materials are prepared ahead of time, so you just buy bottles, tubes, and some of my special chlorine. And this stuff is so easy. I want to let everyone know right now, if you're putting this on the air in the area, we're at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds at the Canacon. I am taking users' clones right here today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Bring me a 4-inch clone with the leaves cut off, about a half an inch of leaf stem, and we will wash it and put it into tissue culture right here, and you can take it home for free.
Damn, Billy Graham right now. Hey, guys, you're probably going to hear this a little late. Billy Graham would have done it for you when you hear this. He would have cloned it for you, dude, and put it in his little tube in his solution. And the solution is great price, and you know what? He just knocked a whole step out for you, dude. He made it. Look at this. He's got a whole pack. Tubes are there. Liquids there. That's all you need. And Heavy T's Grow Show flyers right there. Billy Graham knows what's up. He's been a long-time listener, a huge fan. We're a fan of his, and we want to let you know tissue culture is the future. Seriously. I mean, why else wouldn't it? It's not going to be the future, right?
This is a tool that everybody serious about propagation and serious about plant cleanliness and quality should include in their garden, even if you're a 16-plant garden. Boom, it's right there. We put 20 cuts in. Hell, I'll double them up in the tube. Bang! Now we got 32 clones in 16 tubes. Okay, maybe we lose 1 or 2 to contamination, but I still got 14 good tubes. 16 tubes giving you 28 clones.
Damn, player. That's what's up. Take that to the bank and cash it, player. Check out Billy Graham's tissue culture. Where do you find it on the internet?
PlantTC.com. Also at webhydroponics.com.
That's right. Say those two things one more time.
Webhydroponics.com, one word, and PlantTC, T as in tissue, C as in culture.com.
There it is. From Billy Graham's mouth. You better go check that site out and get your crazy-ass tissue culture on. Get your clone on, guys. The new wave. The next step. I'm Duff with Billy Graham, and we out.
We're out.
What's up, guys? Max Shields, St. Louis Obispo, San Jose. I was joking. Yeah, San Jose, 2017, Max Shield. If you guys suck at rolling joints like I don't, but if you do, Futurola is going to roll up your joints for your asses. Right, Futurola, what's up? What's up, guys? Who's doing it? What's up, man? What's your name?
I'm Forrest.
Forrest. What's up, Forrest? I'm Duff.
Duff, nice to meet you, Duff.
Nice to meet you. What's up? You guys are Futurola. What do you guys do for the future of Rolla?
You want to see it? Come right this way. Come with me.
Well, we can't see it. We're like on the. We're gonna be on the radio here, so we gotta describe this. It's theater of the mind.
We sell pre-rolled cones. They're hand rolled in Indonesia. They're the finest rice paper on the market. The slowest burning. They're unbleached. They are the glue is made from the acacia tree. They're amazing. And we sell a machine that rolls 100 of them. It fills up 100 of them in 2 minutes.
Okay, so you guys have a machine here where you have the papers that are already pretty much opened up on one end and closed on the other.
Correct.
And then they're going to go ahead and fill up these pre-rolls for you, which are rice paper, which is super organic and good for you.
Yeah. That's how.
Right? That's it. That's it. Keep going, Duff.
Yeah,
All right, so I'll keep going. So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to have all these pre-rolled. How much do you charge for a pre-roll?
For pre-rolled, the cone itself.
Yeah, well, no, well, with weed in it, how much is it?
Oh well, you'd have to ask somebody that sells it with weed in it, because we don't sell it that way.
What? No, come on, man. Okay, well, how much is that? How much? Okay, I'm joking. Non-drug medicine infused.
For $4.59 for a carton.
Okay, $459. $459.
Yeah. And you get 6,000 per carton. Say of the 109s, the long ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna buy this. Do I need your machine to like have it pre-rolled?
Yes. I would definitely highly recommend doing it with the machine, because you can do 100 in 2 minutes. So if you've got 6,000 to fill, I'd want to have the machine. I wouldn't want to do it all by hand.
Okay, well, my guy over there, Heavy T, he's the creator and the innovator of the show, is getting a video for us.
Wonderful.
So that we can show it on the internet and show it on the air.
Very cool.
So then what you guys do, you guys have a cap on there that I noticed, and the cap is like a pre-weighed out, like a the amount.
Perfect half gram per hole.
Per hole. So every hole is a half gram.
Yes.
You guys even that out with whatever you're going to put in there to
We have
smoke.
a few different sizes as well. We've got a reefer kit, which is .25. So they're a little bit smaller, and you can just, depending on the cone size, if you're doing a 1 1/4, that's a perfect half gram. You just run the machine once. If you're doing the 109s, the long ones, you would want to run it 2 times.
2 times, so you have a whole gram in there.
Exactly, yeah, for the king.
Okay, well, what if you want to do blunts? Because we're from Southern California, and these guys, dude, Cali Breeze is the blunt king in the studio. He's always falling asleep with a blunt in his hand, almost letting himself on fire. Do you guys do anything about blunts?
We don't do blunts just yet. No, we don't do blunts.
Okay, well, then we could collaborate together. We could maybe make some money together on that.
Hey, let's do it. That sounds great.
There it is, dude. I'm making money here with Futurola. Hey, I see you guys. Tommy Chong, he's a supporter?
Oh, yeah. We've got a whole Tommy Chong line. Cone rollers, papers, grinders, you name it.
So then probably people already know who you are, Futurola. Where do they find you on the internet? Futurola.com?
FuturoLaUSA.com.
And that's FUTUROLA USA.com.
Correct. Yep, that's the one.
There it is, guys. Hey, if you guys want to get your pre-rolled on, because everybody wants to get it pre-rolled, dude, I want a machine because, I smoke so many joints, I'll smoke that all in one sitting, bro. I'll pre-roll. That'll be my, good night. I got, this restless leg syndrome. You ever experienced that?
When I was in high school, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, growing pains.
Fuck, I'm 40 years old. I still have growing pains. Why you call it growing pains? It's still a problem.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that the herbs help.
Well, it will when I get your machine. You guys going to sponsor me or what?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah, why not? All right, hey, thank you. What was your name again?
Forrest.
Forrest from Futurola, guys. Go check his shit out on FuturoLausa.com. FuturoLausa.com on the internet, guys. Forrest is here. He's going to fucking beat your ass if you don't buy it, because everybody else is just a bitch. And they were here first because I saw it here first. I had never seen anybody else's stuff here, right, Forrest? So if you want me to call you up if I see anybody imitating?
Word. Yes.
You look like you can enforce some shit.
That's correct.
Yeah, this guy's 7 foot tall. My arm's sore now. I got to get done with this. It's going way high up. I'm Duff. I'm out. Thank you, Forrest.
Yep, you got it. Thank you.
Futurola, roll out.
What up, Dr. Duffman here at Long Beach, Maximum Yield Indoor Gardening Expo. I just ran into Method 7 and Jonan. That's right, Jonan, right?
Jonah, like in the
Jonah. God damn, I'm bad with names.
That's okay.
And
Happens
reading.
all the time. You can call me by any biblical name, and I'll pretty much answer to it. Jonah, Noah, just whatever.
Well, cool. Well, check it out. Method 7. If anybody that's listening out there, you don't know about Method 7, Jonah, why don't you go ahead and tell them about Method 7?
Method 7 is a brand new entrant into the indoor gardening market, and we are pretty much introducing protective eyewear for the indoor gardener. Eyewear that's designed to totally protect the gardener from all the UV and IR that occurs within the garden, but also color correcting all the HID light sources to make sure that people who are working in that environment are seeing true color and totally protect her from the UV and protect her from the strobe effect of all those HID bulbs.
Wow, that's crazy. So if you go into gardening, indoor gardening, if you're in that room a lot, these things are a must, wouldn't you say?
Well, I mean, it's shocking to us that, obviously a lot of the technology used in this industry, that is being exhibited in this room today, is, its roots are, 35, 40 years old. But the reality is this industry is totally in its infancy, and it's just shocking to us how many long-time passionate gardeners we talk to who are basically blind. So we're really psyched that we have a really, really good option that we can offer to all these people to keep those degenerative effects of UV on the retina, and allow gardeners a much more pleasant experience working under an HID light source.
What's cool about it, though, is that it brings out the natural colors of your garden. When you put these glasses on, you actually see the greens, the yellows if you have them, or the purples, or whatever the hell you got going on in your garden. Brings out the true colors under those high-pressure sodium bulbs, and that in itself is huge, besides protecting your eyes. Is there anything else about these glasses we should know? What kind of price point is it with these glasses?
I'll jump in here. My name's James. The price point's about $150, $189. We have a new entry as well for $100. The difference being some of the product is a glass product. It's all glass that's melted in Germany, and the frames are all made in Italy. And the glass has a very good specific density to it, so it almost absorbs the heat that the lights give off. So when you're spending hours under the lights, you'll actually feel a cooling on the eyes. So not only are we giving you protection, and as you mentioned, the color. Color is really critical. Your brain needs to see blue in a grow room in order to focus properly and see depth of field and motion. And without that blue, your brain is struggling and compensating, and it's kind of like being in a long car ride where you're just sitting there, you're not doing very much, but you get out of the car and you're really fatigued. It's because your brain is making millions of decisions every second as you drive. In the grow room, it's similar. You're under the lights. It seems like it should be a fairly simple, straightforward, pleasant environment, but your brain is working really hard to interpret color and deal with the stress of that environment. Our glasses completely neutralize that, balance the color, let you relax, enjoy the experience, and spot things that you wouldn't normally see. And we find most people put these on, they walk into their garden, and they're seeing their plants like they've never seen them before, noticing good and bad things.
That's huge, man, because, a lot of people miss stuff without having those glasses. And the fact that it actually relaxes your eyes, lets you be totally relaxed to go in your garden and do the gardening is huge, because I know a lot of people come out, they can't see right, they got this circle in their eyes or this blind spot they can't really see well, and it's really stressful for people to go in those gardens and be in a situation like that if you're in there for more than an hour. It's just not right. So make sure you go check out Method 7. James told you just now what it's all about. So did Noah, or Jonah, or Noah. Jonah, actually. I'm just a dick. Sorry there, Jonah, man. I'm just being real.
Biblical name is cool.
That's why I used it.
Yeah, so you can
Just
jump
fine.
on method7.com, and you can see some photos of the product at work. And we're pretty pleased. We've been around for about a year, several thousand pair, and everybody's been very happy with them. So we're very excited about it.
And that's right.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. It's great.
Yeah, no problem there, James. It's method7.com, right? Method 7.
Seven all spelled out.
SEVN. Make sure you spell like I just did, because I messed it up.
DFCRadio.com. The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dick.
Talking about the Heavy T Road Show. Knowing someone better than your show. Everybody knowing this whole show. Yeah. Talking about the Heavy T Road Show.
Sometimes I just put a handful of chocolate M&Ms in here. I'm like a horse. Just if they melt, it looks like I've been mowing butthole. If you go on the ventilator, dude, I'm gonna dress up like a nurse. I'm gonna fucking put hot dabs in your ventilator for you. Here, man.
I was wondering what nutrients you guys would recommend, like during the flowering stage, to increase bud density and crystal production.
Mission Enhance will enhance the quality of the plant, and then the Mission Bloom will give you like all the base nutrients it needs. And if you're trying to give it the extra edge, like the Terpinator, or depending on the Strandivar, the Perpinator will frost them up.
My farm jar is a very specific jar that preserves your favorite herbs, cannabis, fruit, veggies, everything.
It's a unique glass mixture, so it has gold in it and 53 other rare elements that are in it. So it's all about what light is being allowed to be allowed into the vessel.
Does this have a feature, and I haven't read about it or anything, but for the curing,
like an automated burping system that would open up valves, or you got to actually still?
We are testing a new product, and we're actually getting ready to bring that onto the market to where it's going to be a situation where you pump it into a vacuum situation, and it has a one-way valve where it gases automatically.
Oh man, I came up with
We're
that. Tap, tap, no
testing that
races.
right now. That's all I can say.
We just invented it.
we just invented it. You send me my royalties on that, okay?
Just give it to him. Just fucking, is that more? Give it to him.
Whoa. Oh,
Way to go,
man.
Jack.
You screw in that little piece.
Yeah, that's a $27,000 mic. But it's used, so I'll take $26,000.
Yeah, just like that.
26.
Yeah, I'll take my van back.
The new low.
I'll take my van back. Water. When you're saturating everything completely on a runoff on a seedling, you're creating a lazy root. You want to create an environment where the plant searches out water, where it's still hydrated, where it doesn't wilt, but that root growth occurs, that the roots search out water. That's what they've evolved to do. Okay?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's the only place you can go out there and just fucking destroy someone's fucking life.
No, there's a heavy,
around.
There's a heavy tea grow show. I do that every Wednesday.
And turn around. I mean, physically. You do that mentally. I mean, physically.
Preach it. What's going on, doggy?
Doing good. So I'm about a week to a week and a half from flushing, and I have a couple of the big fan leaves that are starting to turn yellow. Am I pulling those off at this moment, or am I leaving those?
Pull them off.
Yeah, if you got the time, pull them off.
Pull them off. It'll save you some time trimming, and they're not doing anything for you.
And it lets some light down in there, maybe get a little bit more denser on the bottom.
These oils also contribute to this suffocant action of garden spray, which clogs the breathing tubes of pest insects. Garden spray is COVID. It's COVID for insects.
Gets into their respiratory system and gives them pneumonia.
Ready? Deportes de Domingo a las 11.
2 years ago, you gave me some Terpinator, and I've been using it in Layden flower, but should I be using it in veg or what?
You can, yeah. It says the entire time it's going to have beneficial results.
Every time you gave me this shit, I can't read the label. It's like all scratched off and shit.
Whoa, what from what?
Yeah, well, from what? We don't scratch out.
I don't know. Handling.
No labels.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
You're talking about
Come on. Let's do this.
Are you sure that you just can't read any label?
It's his glasses.
It's his glasses.
His dog scratched it off.
Hey, did you hear the news? They're trying to pass this legislation, 2023, outlawing HPS lighting for indoor cultivation in California.
I can't be real. Is that real?
I did hear about this news.
They are really trying to do that and mandate it. And I think it's
Who's behind this?
Devin.
Yeah, exactly.
Gavin Newsom.
The Hydro Chef.
Devin Newsom? You mean Devin Newsom?
The Hydro Chef is trying to sell more LEDs.
The Hydro Chef, a.k.a. Devin Newsom.
Yeah.
They want to be environmentally conscious. California has always tried to be at the forefront of that.
Listen up.
The problem is now, in that the one of the few industries that is actually thriving and creating jobs, you're putting barriers up.
Yes.
Let's do the grand prize question. Go to break.
Okay, grand prize. This is a good one.
Yep.
What is
WWE.
what's the name
WWF
of the WWF wrestler that's a pimp?
That
owns Cheetahs.
That owns Cheetahs Las Vegas.
Oh, that owns Cheetahs.
Can't wipe that problem away.
God damn it! The jerk chicken put his booty in the grave.
Hey, the best part is Jack. He's got no rhythm.
All of it's great.
Yo, when you get the text from Heavy T, he wants to go to the Yucatan.
Remix.
And you know the jerk chicken's the only shit you want to order, fam. That shit's so spicy, make your mouth water. But when you get home, your booty starts stinging. When I eat the jerk chicken, my booty goes to the grave.
That was a remix.
In the grave.
Ruben, who is the owner, proprietor of Cheetahs in Las Vegas and
the pimp of the year?
The pimp of the year, WWF All-Star. Are you calling somebody?
I want to say The Godfather.
Yes.
You gotta have some
I want to say it. Yes. I want to say that I'm not sure what I'm about to say.
Yes. Yes, you got it right.
It was Macho Man.
Your suspense is. You asked him right. You got to like build up. Come on.
Me build up? He got me. He reverse build up on me.
Listen, Ruben, you got some Terpinator, some Smart Pots, some Mission Fertilizer. You also got the 1 liter Veterans My Farm jar going out to you. We also got another swag. I got ladies tanks, tank tops and stuff going on. For your girl, I got some tank tops for you as well. So the sun's out comes the guns. You're gonna get some tan on those pale ass arms of yours.
Can we go?
All right, guys, we will be back next week. Thank you so much. Peace in the Middle East. I'm Heavy T for Dutch Master, Big Jack, and Santos, and Ruben, the Duff Free Soldier.
Hey.
Other than that,
we out.
Right here, right now. Calling out to all area crew. We gon' make this shit happen right here, right now. Calling out to all area crew. We gon' make this shit happen right here, right now.
Why's all Turtle Seed stuff out of his backpack too?
Who got in Turtle's bag?
Turtle's here.
Yeah, he left his bag here.
And someone ruffled through it.
What is? Hey, my mic's real low, man. You ever check that out before we go on there?
Your mic's not low. Your headphones are low.
Then why is everything else so loud?
Can you guys hear him?
I can hear him.
Explain that to me. Rocket scientist engineer. I saw that you engineered that SpaceX rocket. That was Santos engineered.
He planted those explosives in the Lebanese building.
I knew because it had airbags on it, and it was bumping, riding in my ride as it re-entered the orbit or re-entered the atmosphere.
All right.
Riding in my spaceship, in my spaceship.
I'm flying.
Riding in
nah,
my
I'm not riding in my
spaceship.
spaceship. I'm flying in my spaceship.
Flying in my spaceship.
Splashing down in the ocean, deep in the ocean. What is? Welcome. Heavy T's Grow Show right here on the one and only DFZ Radio. Sorry for coming on a little bit late. Had some business to handle. Hopefully you enjoyed some of those past interviews from Dr. Duff and the recap. Thanks to Upstate Grower. Check him out at Upstate Grower on the interwebs. I want to give a shout out to Scott at My Farm Jar also. Ruben, the big winner last show, his farm jar is here. He also sent me a couple of them and a lid. Unfortunately, my farm jar is now my stolen farm jar once again.
Or allegedly, it might be my missing farm jar.
It's either the cleaning lady or Marco's COVID Pollos.
Somebody stole it.
Market COVID Pollos is the most likely suspect. He went to. Is that what you said about Marco's Pollos?
Run in the family.
And so, yeah, but I hope everyone's doing good out there, having a good summer as best as possible, staying safe, wearing your face covering in public, just like Tommy Guns does in the studio. Tommy Guns in the studio. COVID time, Tommy Guns. Protect Heavy T. You're such a Heavy T fan. You got to protect Heavy T.
He's protecting the microphone with his COVID mask.
All right, so what else is going on in the world of grow? I don't know. Quite a lot of things. I forget what I intended to talk about. So I want to talk grow with you. You call in 562-653-0707. And you know what? I want to start off with acknowledging one of our comrades here at DFC Radio, longtime co-host of the show, Horty Chris. Now, I've gotten questions all the time. Tommy, you've asked, where's Horty, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've always asked where's Horty.
No one wants you to talk on the mic. You can nod. You're on camera.
Cool.
I'm just fucking with you. Tommy,
there's my thumbs up. There's my thumbs up.
You want to know where you want to know where Horty's at, right, Tom? Yes. You can talk. I'm just fucking with you, dude.
2 thumbs up. That's all I'm
you
saying.
can pull the microphone down to your mouth. That you got your mask on.
Is it okay?
That's Chef's mic. So if you give him COVID, it's okay.
Oh,
we sanitize that one for you.
Shout out to Chef. I'm using your mic. COVID free. Whatevs.
And a lot of people, including Tommy, said, "Man, where's Horty?" Get callers and be like, "Bring Horty back." Like, well, we never kicked Horty off. Horty was straight locked up for COVID since the start of this thing. He wasn't going anywhere. He got Uber Eats. He got DoorDash.
He got Uber Eats.
He got broken up. He got divorced. He got evicted.
And he's like swiftly, rapidly just going through the states. Every time I look at a story.
Can you wait for me
somewhere.
to set it up? Man, you do you just like have sex with your wife and nut right away? Can I just
Yes.
Can I paint the picture? Can I paint the picture and then bring the guy up?
Yes.
Okay. So he did. He decided, you know what? F Southern California. I'm going to get my sow my oats and see what's out there in this big, this great big world.
Royal oats.
He's been locked in for so long. He just got in his Audi S6 spaceship 2013
Spread his
on
wings.
rotiform wheels, and he only gets 5,000 miles per tire.
Oh yeah, I
'cause it's
forgot
so
about
slammed.
that.
But on the phone with an update of Horty Chris's not homeless vacation, everyone, the one and only Horty Chris.
Hey, what's up, man?
Right where you left off.
Yeah, how you feeling, player?
right. I'm feeling good, man. This COVID, man, makes you makes you stay awake for a long time because you're afraid to fall asleep, so you don't die in your sleep from not breathing. But I'm on the road. I just wanted to clarify something. I didn't get evicted. I just decided that spending $4,000 a month on rent for a house for 8 years was a waste of money, and so I'm camping and I'm trying not to pay rent, so that the next time I have to fucking move, it'll be final because I'll be owning the place that I'm moving into. I don't care about owning a house as much as I care about having to move my shit.
Yeah, this is
right.
true. Moving sucks ass. It does. But
yeah, why do people buy houses? For all the financial reasons or whatever? I don't give a fuck, man. You here today, gone tomorrow. Money, easy come, easy go. You can lose it all. But what I do think is the only benefit of buying a home is that you don't have to move your shit ever again.
True that. I feel you on that now.
Right?
Now, Horty. So what you're saying though is you're camping. It's not that it's not Horty Chris's not homeless vacation. It's Horty Chris's camping out of his car vacation.
Glamping.
It's Horty Chris's every first of the month. I'm saving $4,000 by not paying someone else to fucking sleep in their house and not be able to even leave. Right?
Okay.
So I planned a trip to go visit places that have opportunities in the industry, like in Oklahoma. I know people who have grows that are like legal hemp grows and stuff in places like Arizona and Oklahoma. And I have family in Michigan, and the Michigan's popping off. So I'm out here checking everything out. You know, I mean, Oklahoma really is legal trapping.
Really?
That's what that place is, dude. $350 for a fucking license, and my boys just planted a fucking field full of fucking plants.
It's only $350?
Like, fuck it, 'cause you can.
But there's only 1 million
Right?
people. But you could ship it to Texas.
Right, or you can also, like my friend, own a fucking extract lab that's licensed and fucking extract it all and then ship it to wherever and get $5,400 a pound for your fucking wax or whatever. Like, yes, tell me more about this, Willy Wonka.
Like the chocolate in that,
square foot
river.
building, a 5,000 square foot building in an Indian reservation area in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, is $150,000. It's on 5 acres, and the bank foreclosed on it 37,000 years ago. And the guy at the bank says, "If you just give me $800 a month, I'll let you buy it with no money down."
Fuck yeah!
Well, that's a hell of a
You're
deal.
like, "Oh, $800 a month? Wait, I got to get a permit to grow weed. That's going to cost $350."
So you're in for it now. Divide that by a year. You're in for it for $830 per month.
So you're like, hey, wait a minute, 5,000 square foot building, I can hang at least 100 lights in here. And even if I can't afford to put all 100 up front without having to take on investor douchebags that'll eat up all the profits, I could just hang 20. And after I harvest, hang the other 80. And then I can go to MJ BizCon and sell this thing to some fucking Chad for $1 million based on the return that it makes every fucking month. And then I can go back to California and go to Seal Beach and buy a house on the sand like I always wanted to have.
You know what you want to do
So there I am.
is you want to name the farm off Jump Street, Chad Farms,
Yes.
so it's already branded for him.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So,
you
Chris,
set up a breeding company in a building and you call it Uncle Chuck Pollen Farm.
Hey,
Pollen Chucker.
Hey, I would ask this.
And you start selling seeds.
So let's go down.
Yeah, something. So
Let's go down the road of what your travels were. First, you left Southern California. First off, your car wasn't in tip-top shape. Did you get that all worked out, or are you just driving outlaw style across with no steering and no tires?
as you alluded to, I chew through tires like a pit bull does through tennis balls, right? So 40,000 mile guaranteed tire. 5,000 miles later, I'm showing cordage. So my car needed like a steering rack and some work. I put the money in it, got it nice. I've owned it for 7 years. It's paid for, right? It's a fun car. It's a rare car. To buy a car that has the similar capabilities, I'm going to have to go spend another $80,000 plus on a new one. And the one I still have is better than any car I can buy for what it's worth, right? And it had 58,000 miles on it. So I was like, fuck it. Tune it up, get it ready to go, put some freshies on there, some fresh tires, and head out like a baby.
Can you
So
put
that's what I
a
did.
tire on there that will last longer, or does it have to show cordage that soon?
It's just that it's a 21-inch wheel on a 265/30/21 high-performance summer tire, and it's cambered a little bit because it's lowered, and the front control arms don't have camber adjustment. So it has to be in whatever it is. So you just run out of tires.
It's just got to chew it.
You
up.
can
Yeah, it's
flip them
uneven
to
wear.
make them last longer, but they all wear out on the inside way faster than they do on the outside.
So you got the G-Ride in enough shape that you feel comfortable. Now you drove to Nevada to visit your parents.
Yep.
And you.
I put in my notice at my house that I paid $4,000 a month for 8 years to live in, just to have a place to have all my furniture and all my pool tables and whatever the fuck, and I paid all this rent.
Every room has like 6 40 hose in it.
Yeah, and to attract the horty hose, let's be real.
Yeah. You got to have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house for all your hose.
Yeah, they wouldn't come if it was all in a sea container.
At my age, I'm just tired of renting and then having to move when you get tired of it and bullshit landlords. So, COVID started. I'm at home. Me and my girl weren't getting along. She wanted to keep going to work. I told her it was dangerous. If you want to keep working, just have money to buy yoga pants on Amazon every single day. That's fine, but I don't want you staying here. So she said, okay, well, then I'll leave. And she left, and I was like, you know what? That might have been one of the best things that ever happened. So I fucking put in my notice, and I told her, hey, let's get our shit out of here. We're still cool. She stores her stuff at my warehouse where I store my stuff at until we figure out what we're doing with our lives, right?
Yeah,
But
so
long story short,
you got to come by and check out your stuff and get that ass once in a while.
I take everything out of my house. I move it to the Horty Control website, put it in the corner, all packed up, boxed up with the tarp over it to keep dirt off of it. And I got in my car and I fucking went to Vegas, where my parents live, and my little brother is there and takes care of them, keeps an eye on them, because they're like 70 years old now,
Right.
When I got there, they just happened to be leaving to go to Michigan to visit family for a road trip, and they were going to drive, because they don't spend a lot of time together, and now that they're older. So I was going to go with them, but I was like, you know what, you guys go do your thing. So they came out here for 2+ weeks to the Michigan area, and I just hung out with my brother and went and shot guns all day and America'd it up in Vegas, right? Went to the casinos and shit. Just because I've been isolated
some
at home
bingo?
all by myself for over 3 months. I sat in my house alone, going through a breakup,
What was
and
the
couldn't hang out, right?
What was the change in your stance or your view of COVID, where now you're out in casinos? Because you were legitimately frightened, as all of us are and were, about the respiratory illness, because you're a smoker.
Right.
You always said if you get a cold, it hits you 10 times harder, and especially in your lungs.
I've always had respiratory issues even as a kid before I smoked and whatever. I guess what came to it is after sitting at home for 3 months and not dying, it was so miserable I'd have to go catch COVID and die than just end up dying all depressed up in the house. I don't know. I just said, fuck it, man. I need to get back to working. I need to go out. I need to visit greenhouses. I need to take the patented technology that I have to the next level, from filtering your indoor garden to keeping pollen, pest, mold, mildew out of greenhouses. That's the future of the technology that I've patented over 10 years ago. And when I thought of the technology, I patented it in that way. I didn't patent the dust room to keep your air-cooled hoods clean. I patented it to keep contaminants out of horticultural spaces, right?
Exactly, and it
So
does a better job than any other.
So I'm on a world tour. So I left there. I went to Vegas. I hung out with my brother for a few weeks.
Right.
My parents came back into town.
And then you went and visited the
I
smartest.
hung out with my mom, played bingo.
You went and visited
Right.
the smartest person on earth.
Then I left there and I went and saw Jan Carlos Epstein, Tesla, Socrates, fucking what's the rest of his name?
Einstein.
Oh yeah. Musk. I went and saw him.
Michelangelo.
The most intelligent person, the most intelligent creature on the earth. I went and hung out with him. Sedona, because he just decided he was inspired by me and decided he was going to buy a camper and go fucking live out of a camper, and he has other opportunities in Colorado. So I went and stopped and saw him, plus he owes me a shit ton of money, enough for a down payment on a house. So I'm over there trying to squeeze some cash out of him. Went and visited him in Sedona, checked it out. But the whole time I was heading to Oklahoma because a very dear friend of mine I grew up with that I taught how to grow eventually ended up in Oklahoma with an extraction company, Underground Reserve. Underground Reserve's on Instagram as well. They built from scratch a machine that can process 800 pounds every 8 hours or something of raw material. They had moved there and did $1.2 million in their first 9 months just extracting field hemp. So they have opportunities and investors. So I was like, okay, maybe that I should go, pioneer. So I decided to go there. So I left Arizona after a few days, and I went to Oklahoma for a day or two, and then while I was there,
Wait.
I thought, well, I
Slow
want to go to
down.
Michigan.
You went through New Mexico, Texas, and the Texas post that you have in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah, Amarillo, where the big Texan is. The state that's like the old 96er from the John Candy movie that went outdoors.
Well, you stayed in the Streetwalker crack dealer motel.
The Rest Inn with 2 N's.
And the vent was covered with petrified.
Why don't you let him tell a story? Damn, Jack.
They don't leave the light on for you.
From Sedona to Miama, whatever they call it, Oklahoma, just outside of Tulsa East, was a 15-hour trip. And I have a tent and a cot in my car, and I was thinking I was going to be car camping on the way, but you're going through fucking Amarillo, Texas in the middle of the summer. You don't want to be sleeping in the tent sweating your dick off, right? So I said, okay, if I drive halfway to Oklahoma today, I'll end up in Amarillo. And I've driven cross country many times on the 40, and Amarillo is like that part of Texas where you've been driving through Texas so long that you just want to kind of not be driving through it anymore. And they have like a place there that's like world famous. It's called the Big Texan Steakhouse. And they have a 72-ounce steak, and if you eat it, it's free. And they'll even pick you up in a limo at your hotel and bring you there to take the challenge. And, I never tried that, but I have stopped there before just to see what the fuck this roadside attraction was, right?
Right. Did you try it this time?
So I was like, well, I'm not going to camp in Amarillo, so I guess I'll just get a hotel. So I'm driving from Arizona, and I'm somewhere in New Mexico, and I go on Hotels.com, and I see that there's a 3.4 out of 5 stars on Hotels.com at the Rest Inn right off the freeway, and it's $30 a night, probably because of COVID, right? Now, Horty stays in the presidential suite at the Four Seasons on 420 weekend, last-minute decision for his birthday at $2,200 a night. And I hate that.
And he can't pay $4 a month for a house.
Weird flex, but okay.
I brought a tent with me so I wouldn't have to stay in the hotels and get bed bugs. So it's not about the money, but I was like, hey, I just want to lay down for a few hours and then get up, get in my car, and continue to Oklahoma. So I get this $30 hotel room, and I open the door and go, like, they painted around the numbers on the door, like with a roller. And then they have toilet paper mache is covering all the vents in the room. There's two pillows that are thinner than that kid in that child story called Flat Stanley. And there's no blanket, just a sheet and a fucking duvet cover thing on there that has more stains on it than than a toilet at a chili contest.
Oh, shit.
So I go inside, I go back out, I take off my shoes and my socks and throw them in the trunk of my car. I walk inside, I take my Adidas shorts, like basketball shorts that are cool to drive in, comfortable. I take those, my underwear, and my T-shirt off, and I hang them in the bathroom on the fucking shower curtain rod so that no bed bugs can get to them. I fucking take the plunge and just go lay down and go to sleep. I wake up. I check all my cracks and crevices around my chins, my butt, like the size of my nuts for bed bugs. There's nothing. I take a shower, and then I take those clothes and I put them in the microwave in the room and microwave them to at least get the temperature high enough that if a bed bug did get in them, I'm not going to put it in my car. And then I slid on the shorts only, ran to my car, grabbed the clothes I wanted to wear in the car, went back in the bathroom, put the clothes on, and fucking got the fuck out of there. And then I ended up in Oklahoma, which was a real shit show.
Well, what is toilet paper mache around the vents? What is toilet paper mache around the vents? Paint a picture for us.
The plaster, it's plaster.
It was literally in the bathroom, the ceiling fan that comes on to exhaust your shower water was like a little vent on the wall. And some tweaker, oil field worker, or truck driver because it's literally, you can see the hotel from the 40. You get off at the exit, you make a left into the parking lot, right? So somebody took toilet paper, folded it into sheets, wet it, and then stuck it on the vent and allowed it to dry on there like paper mache so that their crack or meth smoke didn't permeate into other rooms and they get caught by the
That's
cops,
why they
probably.
did it.
That's art, bro. That's art.
Yeah, that's smart.
Right. It was like prison.
Yeah, I was wondering the motive behind it.
The bed was like a taco shell that was folded open. Even if you were skinny, you were going to wake up in the middle of that bed.
Oh, shit. So
it was pretty bad. The TV, it was a flat screen, but it was a CRT tube. And it had cable television, and every single channel you went to was like they recorded it on DVD from when they had a cable connection like 7 years ago. So it's like you go to a TV show and you watch, and it's an episode from like 10 years ago. I don't even know what the fuck it was.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh! And then you go to the shit show of Oklahoma.
So then I go to Oklahoma, and I go there, and you know what's crazy about Oklahoma?
Yeah.
If you're in possession of under 28 grams of methamphetamine, it's a misdemeanor.
Those meth biker gangs voted that
And
one in.
everybody I met had black gums. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we could tell so much by the post with the spelling, the chair.
Was that Oklahoma?
Was
That's in Michigan.
Oh,
Some
Michigan. That was in
Mexicans who have a
Michigan.
fucking
Okay, well,
restaurant in white
the
people
s-
neighborhood.
the similarities.
And it's the best Mexican food in town. Well, yeah, it's the only one.
Well, of course.
And then we go there, and they bring out the chips and salsa, and they're like Tostitos chips out of a bag.
Well, there's only so far those techniques can travel. It's a serious
Hey,
technique
and we
to
weren't
make
the
good
only people
chips.
eating there, because if you're the only Mexican restaurant in town and you have a patio and people can eat there during COVID, you're fucking selling whatever you want. But I got mole, and it was red, and it didn't taste anything like it had chocolate in it. But, hey, shit happens.
All right, so
And
you're
the queso fundido. The queso fundido looked like a bowl of clam chowder. And it had that skin on top if you didn't keep stirring it up, like when you warm milk up in the microwave. It was $11. But hey, I didn't pay $4,000 for rent this month, so suck it. I'll drink some
You get
queso
3 more.
fundido soup with my fucking red mole.
Oh shit.
Oh man, so what is the future plans? First off, did you see or smoke any good weed out there? And if you did, where? Which state had the best weed?
None of them have good weed, dude. my buddies in Oklahoma, they do legit. I mean, check them out on IG, dude. Underground Reserve. They're from California, and they I think they've even won some awards at some fucking get together regions. That they had some good dabs there.
Nice.
But
we checked them out.
There
They
was
look
no
pretty
flower anywhere that's been worth a fuck.
That's awesome.
That's the only ways
Yeah.
I've come
So,
to California.
so what is the future plan for Horty's Not Homeless Vacation? And are we going to get more updates weekly?
Yeah, I'm going to keep moving. I mean, obviously, I'm here visiting my cousins, and you've been here. We're in Michigan, where I'm at, with my family outside of Lansing. And
Most bed bugs I ever
you know,
seen.
they all have houses, and they have campers that they take out. So I'm sleeping in a camper.
Yeah, they're like, we got a bed
like,
for you
as
to
long as
sit.
I want to.
We got a bed for you to sleep
I don't
in.
have to
Here's
stay
this
in a tent.
this recliner.
Yeah. But no, I've got a camper with a queen size total mattress right in front of me. I'm with family. It's good. And I also know a lot of companies here, like HCI and other companies that are established and aren't that far from me. So I'm just here. I'm just trying to see greenhouses, and I'm trying to get into Michigan State University and talk to the professors who run their ag department, because they have some pretty high-tech greenhouse stuff going on. So I'm just kind of trying to get my foot in the door and just get a sales pitch meeting with some people and stuff, and I'm eventually heading back. I mean, I'm a California guy, man. When I was 14 years old and went to visit my parents' friends in Huntington Beach from Virginia, and fucking when I flew home and was crying because I didn't want to go home, I knew that day I was going to move to Huntington Beach one day, and I did. And I don't care. There's nowhere in America better than Southern California, especially the area that you and I live in, the north end of Orange County, where it's not so Trumpy and it's not so touristy, and the weather is beautiful. And that's where I'm coming back to, but I'm just right now just going on the road. I think when I leave here, I might go back west and maybe kick up into Colorado.
Nice.
Check out what's going on there with people, like just try to rehash some old connections. And then if depending on how long I'm out, I'd like to get back into California and shoot up through the Central Valley during September and Croptober and go to these greenhouse guys that I've been telling that it's not worth the risk to not filter the air coming in and see all their powdery mildew, and then maybe they'll listen to me and I can get some filters on some greenhouses. So that's my next move, probably, is head back west slowly and then cut back up through Northern California and hopefully not have to go rent a place to live until the first of the year, or have saved up the money to actually buy something at the first of the year so I don't have to move all my shit again.
Dude, that
and check out the hose.
So, for the Duff-Free Nation, I love that we're gonna get the updates. But when can we expect Horty Chris back on the air full time?
I mean, if I was going to give you the secret insider tip, never. But, you might get me back in there. You might get me back in there before the holidays, because I always loved doing the Christmas show. That was always fun.
Horty, we love you, man. We love you, and I'm glad that you're doing better. And let me be honest with you, and I'm going to be frank with the Duff-Free Nation. I felt it, Horty, during the COVID start and stuff. You know, you and I had talked about it. We both kind of got into ruts, and it was a heavy load. You went through some heavier stuff with your housing and the way you were feeling and breaking up. And that rut gets deep, dude, and it takes a big man to pull himself up by his own bootstraps and realize it, get out there and start doing what you need to do, man. And I applaud that, and I'm sure the entire Duff-Free Nation does as well.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And that's just, I guess that's just me at my core, man. Like, what's the alternative to trying again? You know how many times I've failed in my life? I'd rather fail 1,000 times if I just get the success once. It's worth failing 10,000 times more to have success again, and you can't. Like, life is hard. How many people do we know that even have had cancer, children with cancer, and they don't give up? So why the fuck would you, right? So when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So just get back out there and take control of your life. And you're right, man. The COVID thing, a lot of people are stir crazy, and really the only thing that's changed is they just don't go to their job every day. Like, imagine if you went through some other, circumstances on top of all of that shit. It's tough, man, but you can't give up, man. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. So, it's a free nation, man. No matter how hard life gets, man, just keep on moving. It'll get better.
And
thanks for taking my call tonight, man. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll keep putting stuff on my IG.
Horty, remember one last thing.
Yeah.
Go, one last thing before you, and it's at Horty Chris, HORTI KRIS. Yes. Now, as a newly single man, and I don't know what position you're in, but COVID does have people going stir crazy, and these future Horty hotties are going to be coming out of quarantine thirsty as hell. And your name is Horty Seltzer.
The great thing is with COVID, you don't even have to kiss them.
Horty Seltzer.
Horty Seltzer. That should be your new Instagram, Horty Seltzer. So,
hey, man, you guys have a good night.
No, wait, Horty.
Studio with you.
Horty, I told you to listen to this song, and I was listening to it, and I thought of you and I. And here he goes. It's as substitute Poncho for Horty in this song, and Lefty for Heavy, and you know it's good, man. Love you, man.
Yeah, rock that out.
Drive safe.
Love you guys, man. Take care.
Peace of the Middle East.
Love you, Horty.
We're going out with Horty and Heavy by Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson.
DFZradio.com.
DFZradio.com. 562-653-0707.
Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. And now you wear your skin like iron, and your breath is hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seemed. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Sank into your dream. Pancho was a bandit boy. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Well, Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. Oh, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dusty Pancho bit down south ended up and left his mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. We only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. The poets tell how Pancho fell and left his living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet, Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707, for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Richter timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Hey guys, it's Heavy Tea. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plantech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
DFCRadio.com.
When they say the blurple Chinese low price light can blow away my HID, how the fuck can they say that LED? And when the caveman soil growers wanna talk about HLG, feel free to pay triple for LED. Yeah.
And this fool said he gotta take a piss. He's missing for a while. He's blowing out our bathroom.
He's pocketing.
Heavy Tea takes offense to that.
He's pocketing all the small items he can out there.
All the my farm art. Did you see this fool try to open up his pizza box like he was gonna start eating on air, like a la Jiggity Jerome?
Jerome would always bring his snacks in. I didn't know that.
He would bring chips on the air.
I don't know if can you guys hear this. I don't know if that's a big deal.
And then he always had the stupid electric grinder that he could never just get it to grind and be like. And you're like, dude. The shitter's back. That El Piazza is fucking with you, isn't it?
D
Piazza. I had the eggplant parm. That's pretty legit.
We had the chicken parm today.
I like yoga pants. I like yoga pants.
Oh my god!
All right, let's go talk and grow now. Who's up first? Hold on. St. Diesel screening, working the board.
Screening, Willie Beam.
Yeah.
He's locking in a cat named Trevor. He said claims to know Horty Chris.
He's only one man.
He's a multiple man. Let's go to line 2. We have Willard. Willard on Lake Elsinore. Willard. Willard, you're out.
He was like about to come on. He was like exhaling his dad.
Call back. He had to take it down too with Tommy.
He had us on speakerphone and couldn't.
They were zooming in there.
Couldn't get there in time.
Let's go to line 1. We got JR and Tejas. There's a lot of shit going on. I think he might be at the Rest Inn. JR.
Yes, this is Steve. Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Put those dogs outside.
Hey.
Tell them what's up.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry about that.
It's okay, man. Take us off speakerphone. It'll be easier to hear us and for us to hear you.
Oh,
I thought he knew.
Oh, sorry. I had Bluetooth on, but
no problem.
Yeah, man. Hope y'all are doing okay.
You as well.
Had a couple of questions for you guys while I got y'all on the air.
We're ready.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. So I've been toying around with different lights, and I wanted to ask you guys the lighting systems that y'all used during your growth. During your career, which ones did you prefer? I know we just heard the LED song, but I also heard Horty Chris talk about T5s and, talking about getting those 20 lights and then the other 80.
Okay, so tried and true for flowering, high-pressure sodiums,
Yes.
double-ended bulbs, that you're going to get weight off of the plant. Remember, energy in is weight out. So the more energy that you're able to put into your garden, with enough space for cooling and height so you don't light bleach or fry your plants, the better off you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes, I actually encountered some light bleaching when I used too many LEDs.
Yeah. So, that's a common thing, especially with LEDs and the intensity of it. That's why. We'll go into the LED in a second. Let me finish what I was saying about HPS. It's old technology. I mean, it's almost 100 years old now, and they haven't changed much except for digital ballast and double-ended bulbs making their way into horticulture. But it's the same idea of lighting up the same HPS bulb that has high-pressure sodium gas inside that ignites and gives off a red, yellow, orange glow, which is typically used for flowering. It's not a complete light spectrum that you would get from the sun, but it helps facilitate the blooming and the flower formation. So that's what people typically use for blooming and have for a long time. Tried and true, all the old grow books and stuff, we'll talk about those. Some will talk about fluorescent lighting. Fluorescent lighting is doo-doo for flowering, not enough output. You're not going to get the size that you want. It doesn't have good penetration, and the bulb life is really, really low. You've got to switch them out at least every 6 months. But T5 or T12 fluorescents for vegetative or cloning, they're great because they are lower output. You have lower heat. Plants that don't have roots yet, you don't want to go stick them out in full sun or full 1,000-watt HPS light because you're going to wither and destroy the plant. It can't handle it. It's a baby. It doesn't have roots. It can't hydrate. You put that heat and that extra light on it, asking it to photosynthesize more. Well, you need water to photosynthesize, and the plant can't take up water.
right? It's only getting it through a stomata, and that's how it's hydrated. So if you put more in there and ask it to do more, especially with the heat as well, the plant is just going to wither. For cloning, fluorescent lighting is awesome. Low-level LED lighting is awesome as well now. But and for vegetative growth, using T5s, not a T12 necessarily, but a T5, which is about double the output of a T12. Though they're good, but they don't have a throw. They're going to be only over what you can, what the fixture covers. That's going to be where the veg is, the most intense growth. You have to replace the bulbs every 6 months. They're lower energy, so they don't cost as much. But, it's older technology as well. The best for me right now, so let's go back and recap. For bloom, high pressure sodium still. I think that's what most growers will say. Do you agree with that, Big Jack?
Yeah, for commercial or anything large scale, high pressure sodium, because it's got to be cheaper to set up.
Yeah,
maybe LED if you're going to do one light only or something.
And it has to be the expensive LEDs, not the 175 that say they're 1,000 watt. That's snake oil.
Yeah, it needs to be the $1,000 LED. So if you're getting one, maybe it's justifiable because you want the best for that one little area.
A 4x4 area.
Yeah, but if you want to do like a larger scale, anything, just getting even 6 HPS lights is going to be cheaper to do a 6 light grow.
You can get them for $1,200, which one fixture off would cost that. So if you're trying to ball on a budget and get close to what you would get otherwise, you're still going to use some more energy than the LEDs, because the LEDs, they're lower energy consumption, but they're not putting out as much light. Let's be clear about that. They're not putting out the same energy of light, but they are putting out a more uniform spectrum than HPS, and they also are getting a higher UMOL, more visible light.
It's like more usable per watt than the HPS for sure all day long, but to buy the fixtures, HPS is just way cheaper.
And if you think on a smaller grow, if I'm going to use a 640 watt Gavita LED panel that cost me $1,500 compared to a 1,000 watt $200 HPS in that same area, well, first off, I saved $1,300, and is that extra 360 watts per month going to cost me more than $100 a month?
Yeah, how long is it going to take to really pay for itself?
Probably about 2 years. 2 years in just the energy savings on per watt consumption on how your meter ticks. But so let's recap. Flowering, HPS bulbs. I think we all agree. I'm using the new LEDs, but for balling on a budget, you want to get started, HPS is going to work every time. If you're looking at lower wattage flowering, still HPS is great, or ceramic metal halide, and you use the 4200 Kelvin bulb. That's more in the bloom spectrum. Or LEDs. LEDs are going to be more expensive though. And then for vegging, T5s, metal halides as well. Metal halides, you're consuming a lot of energy, a lot of heat that you got to cool off. If I'm going to use more energy, I'm not going to be pushing it into my veg. I'm going to be pushing it into my flower and adding more lights and cooling in my flower. That's why most growers, including myself, look at lower wattage vegetative lights like T5 or 315 ceramic metal halides, because they are lower wattage, they take less cooling power, and that saves more energy in my facility for bloom, right? We got to understand that almost all indoor grows are working on a finite amount of energy, and the goal is to have enough veg plants, babies going to at a large enough stage that they go in to fill my bloom room entirely, but I want to do the ratio and figure it out. How much do I have to fill this up to get over here to the bloom? And the thing is, you only need about a month worth of veg, so you can slow that down, because you're not going to be putting that veg into your bloom room for 2 months, because it takes the bloom room 2 months to finish. So I could use lower wattage in my vegetative, because the standard equation is 1 month of veg, 2 months of bloom. So thinking, how would I stretch that veg into 2 months of veg so they're ready to go, and I could take cuts off some of the plants I'm moving, some other plants and stuff, have them going. Well, let me see. I slow down photosynthesis. I slow down cell division. And what do you do? How do you do that? Use less energy, but more efficient energy, right? Like the ceramic metal halide, an LED, a T5. Those will work great. And that's where I'm at. That's a standard that I've been doing since, I was 16, which is a long time ago. 26 years ago.
They didn't have T5s then.
27 years ago.
No, they had T12s. Yeah, you're right. And it was a little 3-foot shot bulb.
I remember I used to put them on
Everybody had it in
5-gallon
the garage.
buckets, and then the
Yeah,
clone
they did it in
dome would
the
be under
garage.
there.
Yeah.
The garage light.
I showed you that tech.
I remember.
That was Turtle Tech.
Yeah,
Turtle taught me that. My shout out to Turtle.
Yeah, put your
And then I'd put the black and white poly over that so it wouldn't like leak into the bloom room. You got your clones like in the bloom room.
You just stress it over. That I imagine Horty Chris is camping in his car. He just got one pulley, sticks up, has a tethered line, and puts a tarp over it.
Yeah.
Yep. You type it. It's
They
good.
had those. Remember the bunk ass clips, the Rhino clips or whatever that they tried to like make a product to replace that actual thing. You're like, no, I do this way better by hand.
Yeah.
So
I'm like super close to asking him if I could jump on his road trip. I'm getting cabin fever up in here too.
Hit him up at Horty Chris.
Yeah. Tell him to buy him some tires.
Give him a shout out.
Yeah, be like, I got enough for one of your tires.
Yeah.
How far does that get me?
The spaceship takes like $800 tires.
I know.
If
That's
you're
what I
willing to
mean.
buy a Horty Chris tire, you just go ahead and buy that LED.
Yeah, right. Say
All right,
fucking
I'll let him know.
perfect your
I
grip.
bought him 4 already on Walmart.com.
So sorry guys, I had to take the first question and kind of.
Oh yeah, you went off.
take
I was
it
about
back.
to leave, to be honest.
Okay, well, feel free and leave my farmer jar here.
I don't have your dude. You know what?
You know what?
I'm
Do you
tired
guys
of
have
this.
anything to add up to the light?
I was
No,
just-
you said everything.
No,
you
I
said
w-
everything you.
I would add you never need a 1,000-watt light
Thank you.
for the
I'll be
bedroom
here all
because
week.
the plants are going to be smaller at that point. No matter how many you have, if you got 6 or if you got 600, they're like little clones. So like you don't need a 1,000-watt light, even if it's for a 4x4 area. Like they just don't need that intensity. So that's why T5s are cool for the bedroom.
Oh yeah, for veg for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning. So I started to use the T5 for my bloom actually because my LED was so intense on my plant. And I think the reason is because it's a DWC plant, so it kind of grows a little faster in my opinion. And the light intensity was just too much for not having all the nutrients and everything.
Yeah, you can flower with T5s. Like a plant will flower towards any light. It's just you got to get half the yield that you got to get with the same amount of wattage. So if you were to use 1,000 watts of T5 lighting, you'd get half the yield as if you were to use 1,000 watts of LED or 1,000 watts of HVS.
But LEDs
Yeah,
are.
and
Go for it.
Like Heavy T was saying, with the T5s, they're lower energy, so energy in equals weight out, and I know that time is money, and it's one of the most expensive things that we spend with this industry. But I was just very concerned with giving it too much light right away, so I'm still trying not to kill my shit, and I was thinking about getting another T5 just to add more light in there.
Yeah, more light is always more better, dude. But efficiency and cost, each one of those bulbs is probably $10 to $12 where you're at to replace it. So when you have to replace those every 6 months, the more of those that you add, you're just adding more replacement costs. It may be better just to save it and get a higher output single light, like a 315. They have a $250 315 now that you replace that bulb once every year, and it's $6, right? It's an 8 bulb T5 that will give you about the same output, and you got to replace those twice a year at least. That's $160. So if you figure out the difference and how quickly it's going to pay for itself, but again, it's about getting going now. If we always are like it's not perfect conditions, then we're going to be fucked. It was some general that said a good plan today is better than a perfect plan next week, and so that might have been a general pattern. But
better not be one of these Confederate.
Better not be a statue we throw down.
Somebody great said this. You're like, dude, that was fucking Hitler.
It was a great general. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan next week. General David Lee Roth.
Yeah. Hey, fuck.
Whoever said it though, it seems true.
Whoever said it was great, though.
Better do something now than
They were a great band.
Maybe General Heavy T said that.
I can't remember his name, but he was a great man.
He was a great man.
Great General Heavy T.
He's got a statue of him right there in Southern California. I mean, in South Carolina.
Yeah, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
They got a memorial to him in Amarillo, Texas, at the Rest Inn.
Ooh, that just sounds rough. I mean,
if you look at this fool's Instagram, we were having the videos up of the Amarillo, Texas. I might play it.
I didn't see it. I didn't, you know.
Oh, you have to see it. I'll show it to you at the break.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on my Instascam.
I gotta get my Instagram.
Do you have
game
it that
weak.
you can actually play that video of Horty Chris's video? JR, check this out.
What is he gonna?
It's
is he
an
watching?
Amarillo.
Is he watching?
Well, people that are watching can see it right now.
Well, he might be on the.
But it also has it has the audio.
All right, here we go.
Let me jump on YouTube.
Yeah, real quick. We'll wait for you.
Pull it up.
You can play see the replay.
This is happening. Saint, you're on the spot. Pull up a fucking video.
Tommy guns,
I know,
packs
they're
are
not
full
they're all numbers, so I
pack
gotta
up,
go
you
through
drop,
them real quick.
He uses ego 20.
I think it was 12.
Can't find it. There's only 2 videos.
No, you said it'd be 12 videos.
If you can't find it,
that's what I said too.
Don't look at the ones of my wife, please.
you got to reenact it.
All right, we're talking about the motel.
I'm watching DFZ radio.
Oh, cheers! Yay! JR's on now.
Okay, that's number 1202. Yeah, out of the 12 you said.
That was step one.
All right, let's see.
We gotta reinstate the comments.
Okay, so that's the inside of the hotel.
Yeah, let's hear it. You gotta turn it up.
God, I bet the bed bugs in here.
There's a knob,
Oh, shizzle.
lots of knobs, little
What's on
money.
$30 Amarillo. Oh my God. Oh my God. I bet the bed bugs in here. Bed bugs in here. For shizzle. $30 Amarillo.
You gotta do the one with the paper mache too.
Where he's going, they're not going to be that bad. They're going to be bad, but like
In Michigan.
Yeah, but like even in Texas or whatever, they're going to be bad. Like
that's 1203.
Low.
All right, here's the
grade. But
here's
like,
the paper mache.
A lot of people have to stay.
Here's
at those
the drug
places 'cause
house.
they're
Here's
driving
the drug
across
house.
the country.
Let's see it.
So keep them nice
Right.
enough.
You know you're in a drug hotel when you find dried toilet paper mache covering the exhaust fan vent in the bathroom.
Oh, you didn't even put it up.
There you go.
All right, do
We
it
didn't
again.
get to see the video, Saint.
$30 Amarillo.
You gonna play the sound?
No, their listeners are hearing
Bet
it,
the
so I got
bed
two
bug-
different sources, bro.
A drug hotel when you find dried toilet paper mache covering the exhaust fan vent in the bathroom.
All right.
I just want to say how Horty Chris explained the fan in there. He's like, it's it's one of those fans that like when you're showering it clears out the air. It's like that's a fart fan, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a fart fan.
Is.
I know he does.
All right, JR, listen, man. Are you a soil or you said DWC, right?
Yes, but also I had one more question before I get back to the time.
Oh, okay. You're not going to yield yet.
He's reclaiming his time.
Okay.
That was actually.
Okay, so a lot of people use CalMag during veg, but what do they do to give mag during bloom?
CalMag.
Oh, CalMag still? There's no like
They pretty much accompany each other regardless. Like, there's very few sources, unless you're going with like an Epsom salts thing or something like that, that you're gonna get like
they make
one
some
without
with,
the other.
with less nitrogen, but you still give
even
them
the ones
cal and
with
mag.
it's a calcium nitrate is like the common one. That's why it always comes with nitrogen. Magnesium sulfate, that's another one. That's always in a lot of other things too. That's in sweeteners. That's in sweet, like the product sweet. So those things accompany each other a lot of the times because they mix well, and they're things that the plants need. So they tend to be put in the same bottles. So you really probably shouldn't worry too much about when you want mag, only getting mag. Go ahead and throw the calcium in there with it because it's only going to be better for the plant because
Gotta use both.
nitrogen doesn't move through the plant. Calcium, magnesium do.
There are products that mix also phosphorus, potassium, and mag, like Mag Pro from Dynagrow.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm just saying.
Cutting
but
Edge Solutions has a mag, just
Sure.
a mag.
Yeah, but I'm just
separated.
saying he's using the product already. That's all I'm saying. That's where I'm coming
so
from.
calcium, CalMag Plus, Cali Magic, Magical, calcium magnesium supplements aren't specific to Grow or Bloom. Some companies try to break them up, but they're selling you basically the same product in 2 different bottles to make you pay double for it. So CalMag Plus is the typical one. I like Magical as well. It doesn't fall out in the bottle. You don't get sediment. So
and it's magical.
By Technoflora. Yeah, it's magical.
That's why I've always.
It's always clean and bright yellow.
And it comes in black bottles
no
with
floaties
the pink
in it.
label. It looks tight.
But you use it the entire time. You could fold your feet with it as well. And just remember this: when you're looking at the numbers and stuff, and you're trying to play mad scientist or trying to dial something in, the registration of how these products are registered, you don't have to give accurate numbers. You just cannot overstate the numbers. So when the ag department goes and tests the product, and you say that it's 10% nitrogen, 10% phosphorus, 10% potassium, well, it might be 15 nitrogen, 20 phosphorus, and 45 potassium. But as long as you don't overstate any one of those numbers, you could put any numbers below that you want. So when you're looking at these numbers and trying to blend it together, and as someone that's owned nutrient companies, and you think about consistency and quality control, yeah, it's there, but because you're making products and on such a large scale and sometimes have to use alternative inputs during production, that you understate most of them. So if they test a batch, it doesn't hit it over. And the reason that they get away with that is this, JR, and for all the listeners, is that plants, as long as you have the components there that they need that available and not in too high of a proportion that they lock out, or that you lock it out for pH reasons, temperature reasons, fallout by like adding a potassium silicate late. As long as you have enough there, even if it's a little bit too much, the plant won't use everything. The plant will take what it needs, much like your body will take what it needs from the food you eat. You know, that you may go take a supplement that the vitamin C you need daily is, I don't know, 1,000 milligrams, and you go take a 5,000 milligram tablet. Well, you're gonna get a stomach ache probably.
You're OD on vitamin C.
You have some dark pee.
But your body can't absorb it all, so the rest is just gonna go to the side and be wasted. So use a lot of these products have been around for a long time, are tried and true with cannabis growers. They've done the heavy lifting. Just don't try to get wicked wild and add redundant products. Don't add 2 different calcium and magnesium products. Don't add 2 different base nutrients. Don't add 2 different bloom stimulants. You know, look at the products, know what the products are, and what they actually are doing. Because for bloom stimulants, for instance, JR, some bloom stimulants are mineral-based, and some work on a hormonal base. They stimulate the actual SARS response in the plant to produce more trichomes, to produce more bud. But they're not doing it with phosphorus and potassium. So you got to know the mechanism that the products are using, and don't be redundant in those type of products. Does that make sense, Dutch? A little bit?
Yeah. No.
Yes, it does.
Okay, but yeah, no, it does because it's basically saying back to what you were originally talking about. You're already using the product. It's like you're not searching for something else. You know what I mean? Just if you were going to just want to only use magnesium, I wouldn't just recommend that, especially in flowering, because you're going to need calcium too. So it's the same product that you're using. And then if you have a product that's just magnesium, you don't need to add that back into it too. You know, you already have what you need. And so searching for these, I don't know, magical blend, the recipe that so many people call it, like that's my recipe. You know, it exists in many forms, and that's your job as a grower to find out what that form is for you.
I only use Mad Farmer Get Down, pH down.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't use that orange one.
Yeah. They're both
fucked my shit up last time.
All my plants burned up and died. I'm pretty sure it was your fault.
It was that pH down.
You recommended that. It's your fault.
Is it organic?
But you know, it's a lot of time you're searching out things that you don't need. You're chasing your tail. You're like, oh, there's something missing here. When if all you just look at your plant, and if it's doing really well, then you're already doing what.
Or if you think you're missing something, the ingredients in most of the products, if you have calcium, magnesium, good base nutrient, good bloom stimulant, root stimulant, and some type of cleansing action, and a DWC not necessarily like an enzyme or a biological, and hydro or soil, something like that for the roots, you're going to be okay, and you probably have the weapon in your arsenal already to solve the problem.
Right.
Yes.
But as a hydro store owner, you should come buy more shit.
Yeah, you got to enhance your recipes, man.
You got to make those sales. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, just remember, it's about 150 mils of CalMag per gallon. Right. That's my recipe.
And the bigger size you buy, the better price you get.
Yes. No, it's not that much, doggy. About 200 to 350 parts per million on the 500 scale of CalMag, or for most people, that's 2 to 5 milliliters.
Yeah.
Per gallon. Sorry, JR. I'm burping up. Call me David Seltzer. Call me David Seltzer. Call me David Seltzer.
Ladies and gentlemen.
JR, I'm going to send you some Turpinator from Rhizo Floral, my friend. First winner of the night. That's a $70 value going out to you. Please stay on the line so we can get your info and ship that out ASAP. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Open up.
Rally.
Heavy T.
Rally.
JR, what?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to say, can we pay that one forward? I have received a Turpinator before, and I still have Turpinator, and I want another listener to maybe get that.
Oh, should we send it to Mike that watches on YouTube? All right, let's go to Mike. Bring up Mike. Thanks, JR. I appreciate that. The listeners do as well. What up, Mike?
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So I have a question. I already pulled the first run of Light Depth. I started kind of later in the season. So I had my second run, outside of the greenhouse, vegging for a couple of weeks. But, since I barely took down my first run, it was I barely put them in there last week, and I turned on the lights barely last week. But some of my stuff was already starting to bud, my outdoor stuff, Yeah. So I didn't notice till today that some of my stuff that I moved into the greenhouse barely, the hairs were starting to come out barely, barely buds starting to form, transition, I would say. And I'm wondering if I keep the light on for, 18 hours, if it'll go back into veg.
How long do you want to veg them for?
Just, 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks.
Harvest at the beginning of November.
How big is the space, and how much light are you using?
I'm using 100-watt, 100-watt LED lights, and 25
by 100.
25 by 25.
10 of them. So.
Oh no, 20 of them.
20 lights and a 25 by 25. I think that's enough light to offset it. A lot of these growers they'll use incandescent light ropes in their greenhouses, and if you don't have them on, it's really not enough light to get them back on.
But how funky?
They get funky as fuck, especially
it's
in
gonna
outdoors.
It's gonna do weird growth.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be funky.
So what might be the best thing, Dutch? And I've had the same thing happen.
Well, listen to what you said. 3 weeks. You harvest 3 weeks earlier than what you said. Your November date. I mean, is that so bad, or do you really need that extra little bit to get to where you think you need to be for your weight?
But if that little bit's gonna make them
right
where
now
they're
they're about
hermaphrodites.
knee high, knee high, mid
knee
height to waist, and I'm only 5'7", so they're not that tall.
So
yeah, they're not that tall. Yeah, so maybe you do want that. But let's say this. Let's say maybe veg them a little bit longer if you can.
I got another proposition for you. With the heat and the light intensity right now, you keep on a veg feeding schedule, turn your lights off, and let this transition period really let them stretch and encourage the bigger stretch. They're going to grow another 18 to 24 inches probably, especially if they're the OG varieties. But use the heat and the light right now. I think you'll be better off. I've been a greenhouse grower for a long time. I've had the same thing happen. I've had assistants and stuff that don't hang up the right amount of lights. They think they can get away with one light in a big-ass greenhouse, and certain parts of the greenhouse will start flowering because they're just not getting enough light intensity, and they get funky. Dutch is right. And as the season's changing outside, it's warm right now, but it'll be getting cooler. All of those things play into a plant's biorhythm. And when you're growing in greenhouse, it's it's a lot like outdoors with the biorhythm of the surrounding area.
Bio vibes.
You can't. Yeah, it's bad vibes, bruh.
That's bio vibes, bro.
Hey, bruh, I heard you big time.
I sat there with the plants for a little bit, just breathe in, breathe out, just be one with them.
Are they crowning already? Do they look like they have crowns? Or is it just hairs?
What do you mean by crowns? Like
crowns. Do they look like
barely
goddamn
started
kings and
coming out.
queens?
Do they have a big enough flower on top where everything's sticking up, where everything like there's enough hairs to see that top bud already forming?
No, barely. You can barely even tell.
Are you on Instagram?
No, I'm not on social media.
Man,
I like this guy.
Yeah,
I like
that's
this guy.
good for him.
I would like to see a picture of it, dude. But nonetheless, try to revert it if you can. You'll see some stretching. If the plants keep pushing further into bloom, dude, you got to make the executive decision within the next week if you're gonna go full bloom or if you think they're reverting. You don't just go try and push it into it 3 weeks, because if you're swimming against the tide, you're gonna be fucked.
Bro, it's gonna take 2 months for them to even snap
snap back out
what they're thinking, and then you're gonna flip them within that same time, and they're gonna just be like, "Fting,"
Now they're just double
and then it's
funky.
gonna be like, and you're gonna have literally your buds are gonna look like this.
And they're just gonna
However
be
that looks,
a whole bunch of
that's what it's
aphids.
gonna look like, dude. Shit.
Okay, Dutch Master Flower it. Jack, what do you say?
I say keep it flowering because it's just gonna take too long to re-veg,
Tommy Cruise?
look funky, and then get weird.
What do you say?
Tommy Cruise is not even—he's barely alive.
I'm good.
All right, he says he's good. I
gonna
said to
say
keep
it.
flowering.
Tommy's good on it, bro.
Just
Hey,
hit. You're in
but-
Santa
but
Rosa.
that-
Hit him up with that dabs. He got those good numbers for you.
Hey, but when sometimes people put their stuff out too early, it starts flowering, and then I've seen it go back into veg without a problem. But
That's
it does
because
take a little
That's because the
extra
days.
time,
Okay, yeah,
That's because the biorhythm of the season, the days are getting longer.
Biorhythms, brother.
Right now, the days are getting shorter after summer solstice, which was June 21st. So
Yeah.
naturally, the more intensity of the sun and your lights come on, it's lower intensity.
Yeah.
Right. So they're gonna continue to flower. Just flower them so they don't get fucked up. And hit up the
Yeah.
homies
So-
around you and get some teenagers and get those veggies in
Yeah.
another area and go for a quick fall winter run.
Yeah. Well, we don't know we don't know where you are geographically.
You get this one in right now, the beginning of August. You're done by the beginning of October. Your next one is your Christmas crop. October, November, you're harvesting around December 1st. That's your Christmas crop. Give your family a nice Christmas, and you got your boogie on. Figure out the timing, dude. If you don't get this one in now, you wait 3 weeks. You're not gonna have that second one until January or so, and that's gonna be a bad situation. You miss your Christmas time. Get 2 in before Christmas.
No, yeah, because the plants are probably, right now they're close to 4 weeks old, but the first one they were way bigger. So I'm like, oh, what if I could get them back to that same size,
Yeah. Hey, a good plan today is better than a perfect plan in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's a theme.
General T.
Basically, though, we just don't want you to risk messing it up to where you get less than what you would normally get if you just flowered them. That's what we're saying. We're talking about about you risking that chance to get what you're seeking over just taking the sure shot.
We think that you're not going to get there to get to what you're seeking.
Right. That's what we're saying. But, we don't know your situation entirely. But, from our standpoint, I would say since they already started to flower, let them flower. Because it could really just go to the point where you aren't going to get anything that's really tangible. I don't know your market or what that is, but if quality or bag appeal is an issue is a thing. Buds that went through that process tend to not look so great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Because they have.
Hey, it is General Patton.
They're super leafy.
Ornarcio.
They're super leafy. They're not tight.
I know
stuff
my
like
political
that.
science.
Because the plant's going through 2 different processes. It's just confused. It's just
okay.
And you risk getting seeds, hermaphrodite, all that type of stuff. So hermaphrodital tendencies express themselves even more during stressful situations, and that's a stressful situation.
Keep emphasizing the nitrogen for the next week or so and try to get them to stretch. Don't go to your bloom recipe yet. Go to your bloom recipe a little bit late, and that will actually extend your flowering too. A lot of people don't realize that when your plants are chlorotic and yellowing at the end, and you're like, man, this is supposed to go 60 days, and it's only day 45, and I think I burnt them. The light burnt them, or I have newt lock.
Somebody poured butter on my plant.
Most of the times, that's a result of you emphasizing phosphorus and potassium too early, because people are too eager to get those heavyweight blossom stimulators in there. You don't want to, in a 60-day cycle, you don't want to add those until at least day 14, but a lot of times day 21. And that's when you start really pushing week 3, basically. Not the start of week 3, the end of week 3. And that will keep your plant nice and green for those full 60 days. So keep emphasizing your veg formula. At day 14 of bloom, start de-emphasizing the nitrogen without asserting the phosphorus yet. And then day 21 of bloom, assert the phosphorus, and I bet you get more veg out of your plant. I bet you get a stronger veg, and you can take it further into the season if you want. But, dude, get this one in and get that Christmas crop going. You know, as we live by the sword, we die by the sword. That was General Patton,
Christmas crop is important.
And so,
yeah, this is tax season crop. Next crop is Christmas crop.
This is right. I'm gonna be running my business crop. You know, because I got
so
my own
for
business.
next year to be
I own a trucking
prepared,
company.
what month should I start? Like March?
You should have your plants ready to go at 3 or 4 feet tall at the beginning of March.
Oh yeah.
Not planting seeds.
And still adding a little small amounts of additional light just to ensure that you're not, doing anything that you don't want to do. You want to flip them when you want to flip them. So to ensure you have that control, adding that additional light always, your low wattage LEDs or whatever that you're using, that's important to have that control over it. You can control the photo period, you control all the other aspects, and that's what we're talking about with that chance that you miss with that. Will help for whatever reason your plant's flowered. You were trying to control it and make sure they didn't. It just didn't happen for you, and it's not. We don't think it's worth it to go back to the veg, and it's all the same thing.
Always forward, never backwards, brother.
Next season, that's what you're paying attention to. You're
Put
like,
it
I'm matching.
always forward, never
I'm
backwards.
paying attention to the seasons. I'm paying attention to the time.
That's our song.
I'm making sure my light controlling is done how I want it to be done all the time. How many hours? The
Always
plants
forward,
get.
never backwards. Stop looking at your phone, player.
The next season you're gonna know this.
Next season have
it's
those
not gonna
lights.
happen. You're gonna hit 3 out of the park.
Have them on,
and you're gonna be styling.
And don't let them flower.
And you're gonna have 3 harvests.
All right, and then how about that autoflower stuff? Is that
No.
stuff any good or
No.
crap?
Yeah, we just talked about control. Autoflowers do not allow you to have control, and you don't want them. If you had autoflowers, you would just be done. Let's say you're in your same situation right now, but you're growing autoflowers.
There's
you're
nothing
doomed.
you could do. They
You're
just,
fucking
they just
doomed.
flower when they flower.
Yeah, you're doomed. So. You know what I mean?
Okay. No,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
because I have some, that grew like super small, and I'm like, oh, maybe because I didn't get enough sun or something, but I didn't buy them again after that.
That's what happens. They stay super small because whatever happens in between the time of when they are first germinated till like 4 weeks in, if you don't if you're not on point that entire time, then you're going to get whatever you have at that point. Then it's flowering.
So it might give you a
So
gram.
you could give it 18 hours of light the
It
entire
might give
time.
you an eighth.
You're right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what exactly. Unless you
no matter
perfect
what,
auto
flower.
flower growing, you're not getting sick buds and wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys.
It's all about consistency, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and you will perfect it.
Hey, Mike, and you got pushed over JR's Turpinator, dude, coming to you. A gallon of Turpinator and some
Boom.
Purpinator as well going out
Yeah.
your way. I'm also going to send you some Smart Pots. And let's send them some Crazy Swell. That's
Crazy.
that PK. It'll be coming just about the time that you get going with your high phosphorus and potassium, all organic Crazy Swell from Mission Fertilizers. Go to missionfertilizers.com, right there in the heart of the valley, Central Valley there. Also, if you want bulk soil up there for winter, fall, or the end of your summer runs, go to bulksoil.com. Bulk. Say bulk.
Bulk.
It's one of those words.
Some bulk soil.
Some bulk. Hey, now, let's go. And never, ever, whatever you do, miss a chance to stop at the Rest Inn in Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo.
They're going to get like 2 customers over the next 10 years because of this show.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hang up on Mike.
I heard Horty Chris.
Wait, Mike, stay on the phone so we get your shipping address. Let's take a quick break here. This one's for Mike. I don't think this is the right one.
It's dedicated to Mike, though.
Hey, Mike, hey, here you go.
Always forward, never backwards. Is that break? Always forward, never backwards. And this is the way you put on.
He put on
I asked you 3 fucking times.
He just put on.
I didn't even know that was a song. I was like, what do you keep telling me this for?
I said, put it on.
Good plan today.
Find
I thought you
it.
were trying
Find
to
it.
motivate me.
No, find it.
I thought you were giving me a lesson.
A perfect plan next
Turn
week.
this song off and put on the song I asked for you. It's my goddamn
I'll
show.
pull it up right now.
Jeez.
This
is my show. Put it on.
Yeah.
Jacob Miller?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who sings it.
Yeah, we just know the lyrics and how the tune goes.
Oh, here it is.
All right.
He said, this is it. Perfect. Doesn't know who sings it, but knows what it sounds.
Jacob Miller, always forward, never backwards. Rada. Now you have to bump it, though. You have to bump it, say Diesel.
I don't even know what you were
Here you get Mike's info.
Them a walk in the talk about this a one. Them a laugh and go on about that a one. Hey, what you want, you can't get it. And the problem will get real dready. Sing, who feels it knows. And I suppose that you never know. Oh, you reap what you sow. Can't plant the corn when the peas won't grow. No. La 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 la. Oh yeah. La 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 la. Oh yeah. La 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 la. Oh yeah. La 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 la. Oh yeah. See them hypocrites, them come again. Them a spread dirty lies, them a know me friend. Throw a stone in a the hot bin, and the one who squeal on him will have a problem. Hey, who feels it knows, and I suppose them heart made out of stone. Oh, you reap what you sow, bucket to go nowhere, bottom bound to drop out. Ting. Who feels it knows, and I suppose that you never know. Oh, you reap what you sow. Can't plant the corn when the bees won't grow. No. La 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 la. Oh yeah. La 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 la. Oh yeah. La 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 la. Oh yeah. Yeah. La 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 la. Oh yeah. Yeah. Respect every time.
Amarillo Hotel. Oh my god. I bet the bed bugs in here. Holy shit. $30 Amarillo Hotel. Oh my god. I bet the bed bugs in here. For shizzle. $30.
Yeah, look out, baby.
Back in the studio with my nephew Prob on the track, bringing that heat again, baby. Shout out to my nephew Snoop for showing so much love to an old cat, baby. Thank you, Neff. Also 98 to the beat for the love and support. Look out, LA, I'll be back, baby. I don't smoke to get high, I smoke to survive. Let me take my medicine. I smoke it every day cause it keeps me alive. Let me take my medicine. It's a gift from my father and it heals my body. Let me take my medicine. So what if I get loaded? I ain't hurting nobody. God didn't make a drug, that shit is insane. He gave us a seed, you called it a weed. If a rich man sell it, he get set up for life. If a poor man sell it, he ain't seeing the light. Whoever made a crime should really do time. The only thing it does is just relaxes my mind. It's way better than your pills and your booze, cause all that shit does is just give us the blues. I don't smoke to get high, I smoke to survive. Let me take my medicine. I smoke it every day cause it keeps me alive. Let me take my medicine. It's a gift from my father and it heals my body. Let me take my medicine. So what if I get loaded? I ain't hurting nobody. It's not for the young and not everyone. But if you never tried it, then stop denying it. Open your mind and give it a try. You might even learn to love to fly. Yeah, look out. Snoop called me out on Instagram just so we could go in. Let me take my medicine. And I'm living in LA and guess what I do all day? Yeah, and when you went to the store and you forgot what you went for, did you happen to just... Yeah, so what if they stole my coat? Who gives a shit? I know what I'm gonna do. Let me take my medicine. Shit happens, baby. So what? Step over the shit? Let's go and... Yeah, that's what we do. Keep on moving no matter what happened. Let's just take it to the get high spot, baby. That's the best place you could be. Everybody, let me take my medicine. Share love, share marijuana.
Maybe I started early, huh?
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other...
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, and the Duff Man only on DFDRadio.com.
Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. That's D. Oh, that's D. Got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, now roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk up in my cup. You could tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple Drake mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no doubt in between, and we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene, and we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G, either Maserati blue or the Lambo green, and that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street, either hating on you or they hating on me. And it's shaved up, raised up, drive it to the flow, got them blades that stay tough. And the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you could call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you could call it the trademark. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest,
How do more seltzers just...
No, these are Corona time.
No, where did these come from?
Dude.
From the black market.
This man has blessed your day. He blessed every moment, every step.
Let's up, brother. Always forward, never backwards.
Bless your entire life, brother.
Are you coughing, dude? I was coughing.
You coughed.
I have a feeling someone ordered food. Oh no, Chip showed up.
I wish I ordered food.
Don't eat chips on the air, you fucking scumbag.
You got the loudest snack.
Just
the
a bag.
paper, yeah.
It's in honor of Jerome.
Nothing is in honor of Jerome except fucking...
Two thumbs
Look,
up.
everyone hates Jerome. Beat it out of the fuck.
Shit.
All right.
Shout out to
the
Chips.
Rockwool scientists.
Shout out to Chips.
Rockwool scientists.
Let's go over to phone lines. Oklahoma's calling in. I wonder if Horty went in and visited our good buddy, Duff-Free Soldier, Mike in Oklahoma. What's going on?
Hi, my friend.
How you feeling, Mike?
I'm fairly well.
Good.
You know,
Good to
all
hear.
I can say maybe, fair to partly cloudy right now.
All right, then. that's
Got a
not
nice
that bad.
head going on.
Good. Listen to the show. Did you smell?
No, I just accidentally clicked on something here, and these three guys are sitting there talking about what I love to do.
What about did you smell Horty Chris go through the state of Oklahoma?
No, I missed that, man. Hey, with this virus, I go to the grocery store and back to the house.
I feel you, man.
I go from the house to my second little job and back home.
That's what you got to do.
And that's it. So if he came through here, I missed him.
How about your health, man? How are you feeling? You have dealt with a lot. For those of you that don't know, Mike's a death-free soldier for the past 10 years. The past 10 years, we've been with him through a lot of stuff. It's been his back. It's been a bunch of different things. But tonight, man, you sound like you're relatively pain-free. How you feeling?
Hey, Mr. T, I'm feeling pretty decent right now. You know, this is my time of the year. The weather's not fluctuating too bad, but you know, I have to deal with that pain every day. But right now I'm doing pretty good. I've had my little coronavirus test, came back negative, so I'm happy about that. And I'm trying to stay self-medicated.
That's right.
There you go.
So let's help you self-medicate and grow your own. What's happening tonight? What's going on?
Okay. I kind of mentioned a little earlier that I have a second job. I have a job. Can you imagine that? A job. But it's as a consultant to someone that's trying to corner the black market.
All right.
And they were running some nutrients, and I told them that, hey, even though you started earlier this year, nutrients only have a small shelf life. And, we got into about an hour and a half debate over that.
Okay. You want to know the truth?
Do nutrients have a shelf life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's...
What are you saying is short?
So there's two different variations.
Right.
It's sealed and stored properly.
Listen up.
Or open. I guess there's more than two.
Yeah.
But it's sealed and stored properly, like on the shelf of a store. Organics are typically about 3 years. Minerals can be 10 plus years.
Right.
Hybrids, you're going to go to the lower of that. You're going to go down to the organics are going to decompose
Like
faster.
say 7 years.
So being that they're at average room temperature, out of the sun, they don't freeze, they don't boil, they're stored properly. Once you open a nutrient, whether it's mineral, especially if it has living organisms, and especially if it's organic, you want to use those within the first 12 months. No matter how you store them or not. If you store them improperly, like you leave them out in the sun or you let them freeze out in the cold, it's going to be shorter than that. All right? So about 12 months is the average time that you are as free of contaminants. You're not pouring it into a dirty measuring cup and,
I do that.
I use a little too much and pour it back in, but you also use it within the 12 months because...
I do, yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah. But I buy liters. I'm here.
So
every day.
uncontaminated, stored properly, 12 months. If you contaminate it, and especially if it has growth hormones in it, seaweed, root stimulants, the root gel, and you get dirt or a bioorganism, a fungi or a bacteria in there, it's going to start growing because those growth hormones are going to facilitate it to grow, and it's going to spoil pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So it depends on that, but the other thing is this: you could buy it, store it correctly, but if you don't like for a mineral, because a lot of those minerals are heavier than the water that they're liquefied
Suspended in.
Right, that they'll set and they'll settle, And if you don't shake that bottle up vigorously, you end up destroying your nutrient regiment because you have a higher concentration of minerals at the bottom. So there's correct ways to do it or not to do it. Let's assume everything is being used correct. You're shaking the bottle. You didn't contaminate it. You're storing it in a dry, cool area out of sunlight 12 months after you open it. Everything else, unless you're balling on a budget, I wouldn't be using.
Okay. Now, the biggest debate, I guess, on the same line is dry versus liquid.
Well,
we talked to our local hydroponic store, and because of the size of his grow, which is 24 undercurrent buckets, I said that, hey, we need to go to a dry
synthetic
type
is
of
what you're talking
nutrients.
about. But you're talking about a dry.
No, he wants to use a powder.
A powder, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
powder.
yeah.
When I say dry, I mean powder.
Right.
Now, I talked with one company out there, and they said, "Oh, our product, you can't use it unless you got a dosing machine and doing over 200 plus gallons a day
That's
of
true.
water." Well, and that's the drain the waste
Yeah,
type of situation.
That's true, though, because they're probably delivering a high concentrated powder that comes in low weight quantities that goes a long way. It's literally what it comes down to when you're mastering like a recipe or exactly what the plants needs, and then putting that as a value to your customers. So you're not going to...
Yeah, but you could still do it. You
Yeah,
use a mix batch.
The larger scale you go into, the more it's like that. Okay, then and you've seen this. What is
Rockwell Scientist?
No, Veg Bloom. More of the popular powder.
Crop salt?
They have crop salt. They have another variety within what they are supplying to commercial or the end user, as you would say, to what they supply to a professional grower, which is a different recipe. It's something that's only meant to be put in a dosatron. It's because those values are corrected towards the devices that people are using. It's technology, it's efficiency, it's the way that the world works at that high of a level, and when it comes down to dollars and cents. So there's higher concentration powders. Powders how you get the best concentration. And you're going to get a lower concentration in powders when it comes to a more smaller grower, the end user, that's not having to make maybe only 100 gallons, versus the guy that's making thousands of gallons. Where you're not going to give him that same recipe because you just be sending him large totes of heavy powders, when you can just concentrate those same powders and put them in lower weights. We see that all the time.
All of that to say, for
it just makes it
I
easier
think I calculated we're going to be less than about 200 gallons.
Yeah, so that's in a weird way they are building their product to.
But Mike, that's 24 undercurrents can be over 200 gallons.
But I'm just saying that they build their product in a way to kind of be like, if you don't use X amount of gallons of water, then maybe our product's not for you.
Yeah, so Mike, what you're going to do with the undercurrent, each one's about a 5 gallon unless you have the supersized one. So 24.
I got one supersized, which is 13 gallon one, running on a 3-inch, and then we just bought a new one, 13 gallon containers on a 2-inch.
Well, so what you're going to do is when you hook it up, and let's say, okay, 24 times 13, that's over 200 gallons plus all the piping and everything. But then you're going to have probably about a 200-gallon fill reservoir.
Right.
That's going to work on a float valve. When the water level gets low, it'll automatically fill the water level back up. So you can dose, 400 gallons of a powder, if they're saying 200 gallons. And you can do a doser with powders. You mix it into a more concentrated solution.
Right.
Rather than like a 1 to 100 mix ratio, you do it to like a 1 to 10, and you just figure out the dosaging. And a lot of these companies, they will work dosaging. Is that a word? Dosing.
Dosing, yes.
I'm dosaging seltzers.
You know
right
all
now.
about dosing,
Dave
man.
Seltzer here, bro. Let me tell you about the dosaging of seltzer.
I dose acid, but I'm dosing my
So
nutrients.
at my weight, this seltzer is dosaging at 1 at 300 pounds.
So
Dave Seltzer's new
Dave
product.
Seltzer here.
The doser.
Hey, Mike's call just evolved into Dave Seltzer infomercial.
So what
listen,
you're saying
so
is that we could possibly go to that powder versus the liquid, which is costing.
Yeah.
The powder is going to be more cost efficient for us to do the weekly nutrient changes and so forth and so on.
But like you said, there's going to be a particular buy-in to get those powders. So if you're comfortable doing that, then yes. And then you'll have to do some fine-tuning.
It's going to be more cost-effective. Yes.
It is. It will
Pennies
be.
on the dollar.
Yeah.
But what you
at
get
the
with
expense of
what you get with liquids,
your resources of time to figure that out.
What you get with liquids, and you know this from using
fine-tuned.
powders compared to liquids, Big Jack,
Yeah.
is that powders, they're great for recirculating systems and so forth. But in drain-to-waste hydroponic systems like cocoa or even drain-to-waste rock wool or soil, what you don't get with the powders are the biostimulants that liquids are able to suspend along with the minerals.
Synthetic.
True.
So they create these formulas, basically a mix batch for you that's in a bottle with the minerals, biostimulants, ready to use. And that's why I like the cocoa grow so much, is because I can do the best of both worlds, where I use full strength minerals to get the growth rates that you expect in your DWC or I expect in a hydroponic system, but I get to use the biostimulants as well to make sure all of those are absorbed to the maximum potential. I have plenty of humics for chelation. I have bioorganisms to protect the roots, so that work in a symbiotic relationship to pull in hydration to the plant, so I don't have to use so much water. And a 24 gallon cocoa grow, I would probably use per week about 100 to 120 gallons.
Wow.
Per week.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you think about, you're going to mix 400 gallons per week, mixing those in, and I get the best of both worlds. And also the buffer of cocoa that it's absorbent. So if for some reason, if I'm even put it on an auto feed with drip stakes or whatever, some type of automation, that Floraflex,
cocoa is great with automation.
But if there's a failure, I have 24 hours,
Right.
maybe even a little bit more,
You
before
have-
there's a dehydration or death because the cocoa is absorbent.
The buffer goes both ways.
If I get a leak in my undercurrent and I don't have a water detection system that lets me know,
They're all dead.
I mean, by the time you get back there 6 hours later, they're dehydrated and dead.
Oh, yeah, a couple hours.
And fried, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, for me, being a busy man and doing that, I like to have the growth rates that I'm expected. I've done DWC. I've done aeroponics. And by the way, aeroponics is like growing on steroids.
Yeah.
But those roots grow so fucking fast, they fill the chamber so quick. And if you're a stoner and addicted to Bud Light seltzers, then you don't check them every day.
You don't have enough time to start clogging your pumps and your drain.
If you fire Duff, man, then you have no one to check it.
If your alter ego is Dave Seltzer, you don't have time. To,
Yeah. You don't have time to be.
And with my cocoa, I could call my wife up and be like, hey, what's happening, hot stuff?
Go splash.
And
200 milliliters, the small one.
I could call my wife up, and I could with cocoa, I could be at the studio, call my wife up and be like, what's happening, hot stuff? She's like, what do you want? And I'm like, can you just go turn that Monty pump on and give 10 seconds to every plant real quick? And she was like, I'm like,
going to Eldo with the
I'm
boys.
I'm like, whatever. You don't ever help me, but you sure like that smoke and that extra money it brings, don't you? You the chimney. I don't even smoke the weed that I grow. I smoke Jack's weed.
Yeah, Jack's only heady hash rosin.
Yeah, it's like
From Jack.
I don't smoke Avid. I don't smoke Avid.
It's like I only smoke Jack's rosin.
No, that's concentrated phospholone.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Mr. T, I have one more question, and then I'll get out y'all. Well, I'll get out your hair with just one more question.
What's that?
Then you let us go.
Okay.
Reclaim your time.
Whoa.
Seems like here this year, which I've been doing it a while. This is the first year that I've noticed that we have a lot of outer mold.
The chemtrails.
All over.
Yeah, because you legalized cannabis in Oklahoma and you brought all the Duff strains from NorCal. You should have come to SoCal and got a real deal.
Yeah, they just fly overhead and powder mildew everything.
And you know what? And this is what I told.
You fell into the fallacy that NorCal is good weed.
When I cracked my stuff open, I never had a spider mite, out of mold, none of that. Yeah. But the moment all of these clones started hitting the scene, everywhere I've seen, because my little small town where I'm located at, in the circle, they all kind of come to me because I was doing it years before.
Yeah, because you call the show.
You're the OG.
Yeah.
I'm the OG, okay?
He wears a more trees, less asshole shirt in town without any fear.
Yeah. so I'm seeing all kind of powdery mold.
Yeah.
And of course, the moment you go to the hydro shop,
you get more mold.
I'm knocking the hydro shops,
They got bugs in the soil, and you get more.
I mean, that's how they make their money.
Oh no, they're good. That the hydro shop's job is.
Yeah, okay. So what we do is we take a group of spider mites, we put them right at the door seal.
You dust them with
So
mold.
immediately when you walk through, they just hop on you. And then they go back and they report back to us.
And during COVID, I actually put liquefied powdery mildew in a bottle and tell them it's a disinfectant spray. I got to disinfect you.
No, but here's the real truth of that. Here's the real truth of that, and I think everybody here.
From Ed.
Everybody here can agree that the number one way.
I was like page 46 with the Ed Rosenthal book.
But the number one way to get bugs in your grow is to accept clones from another person, whether you buy them or they're gifted to you.
Yeah.
Every time. And here's the deal.
I give somebody clones, they've got bugs on them.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. That's the truth of the matter. They may have been dealing with a situation that they're like keeping in check, but then when they give them to you, that you don't keep it in check because you're like, oh, these are clean clones, and then they're not. It's already too late. And
already too late.
You gotta quarantine. Unfortunately, quarantine is such a cute word now. But we've been talking about quarantining plants since fucking 2006. Okay,
give your clones hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, so you spray a little bleach on them. If they survive the bleach bath, then they're ready to go. Okay, they're GT, they're G2G. Okay,
they're DTF.
Yeah,
they're down to flowers.
Yeah, get those flowers. Go ahead, player. But seriously, that's the truth. Funny, when you have your own or your own seeds, or you're like doing everything in house, you don't get bugs. You really don't.
You don't get bugs.
You don't. And then you're like, but then you have the ultimate desire from any grower, and that's to get new strains. That's to grow something different and be different and be like, hey, you guys got this, but I got this. Like that's the point.
Yeah, I got this.
Variety is the spice of life.
Right now.
And you're always seeking that. That's the number one desire. So you seek out these other clones, these other varieties that come from other sources, and then when you accept those, you also accept whatever they were dealing, whatever they were, the fucking root fucking aphids. Yep. Where you're like, everything was good till I went into flower, and then everything just died.
In week 4
and 5, they just died.
They just yellowed out.
And you're like, what the fuck? And that you paid for, their experience, you paid for that as well.
Hold on, Mike. Let me touch on a couple of things that were brought up too. A good hydro store, which I hope that you're shopping at,
only has fungus gnats.
But no, a good
beer.
A good hydro store will never intentionally give you any disease or bug.
Of course.
Because they're about to come back, not to come up. They're
Yeah,
giving you
and if they
discounts.
do-
They're trying to give you advice. They're like they don't care about selling
if they
you a
do give you
$40 bottle
bugs-
that they're making $5
But
on.
if they do give you bugs, they'll hook you up
They
with
care
a
about you
30% discount on any pesticide.
Damn, dog! I don't think anyone in Oklahoma is getting 30% right now. You just put them on blast.
No, on the pesticide, if
Mike,
you know,
you want to know if they're giving
rare
you pests,
chance that you get
You go
bugs.
up to them next time and be like, "Is that with my discount?" And if they say, "Yeah, bro, that's with your discount," and don't tell you what your discount is, then you shop at
They're-
Long Beach Hydro.
They're taking advantage of you.
Now, the hydro store that we deal with, I mean, they're good people. I'm not going to knock them. Can I give them a shout out?
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
I don't know. I don't know if
But now we're gonna know they have spider bites in their store.
Well, now.
No, that was the other hydro store. This is his new hydro store he's going to. Go ahead, give him a shout out.
No, we're
Well-
kidding. That's an old myth, and every hydro shop has to deal with that. And you know what? The thing
We
is,
regularly draw foggers in our hydro shop.
right. But the thing is that how you get bugs is from accepting genetics, just like you said. Hey, well, for some reason, the influx of clones, new varieties, coincided
And
with the
different
influx.
climates, new climates.
and influx with the same amount of new pests, and you getting molds and things like that.
You get an ocean
That's
grown
what
strain
happened.
that's used to
Yeah.
higher humidity.
It's
or
not anyone's fault.
And it doesn't have to be powdery mildew and mold.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily just form in human environments.
Right.
It's not human. Humid.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
said the same
fluctuation
thing.
of humidity.
Right.
So if it's very dry and they were bred and developed in a higher humidity climate, it goes super dry when it's watered or when the lights are on. The holding capacity of the air becomes more, and the humidity goes up, and that fluctuation is usually what causes it.
And
and
if it's
also
gelato,
stagnant air.
too.
Oh yeah, gelato.
If it's gelato, it's just going to get PM.
If it's
Gelato's
gelato,
the worst.
Yeah. And gelato comes
you
with
know,
mayonnaise.
what I was going to say is that
What strand of R is it?
Gelato OG.
Well, Mr. T, I can't tell you.
Super gelato.
The guys that I'm dealing with, they go to the hydro store. Oh, this strand, and they buy them. They bring them home. They throw them in their, veg area.
They're buying.
And then
Wait,
next thing they know, they got mold. They got spiders and all this stuff.
Okay, but
Well,
I have one question. You're buying your friends are buying cuts from the hydro shop. So like
Dang.
that's not, we're gonna just go ahead and say that that's an untrue
I think
story.
it's okay in
and
Oklahoma.
Edit that out.
We're gonna
Maybe they
that's
can
not-
have
that's
a
not
nursery.
true.
But this is
But
what's
if
up.
it is true,
I'm gonna send
that's
you.
amazing.
I'm gonna send you some of the hash bar OG bird seed from Turtle Seed Company. All right, that bird seed is going to be good. You
That's
put that
amazing.
in there. And those seeds, those birds will never have mildew again.
and if you only get a pack that only has 8 bird seeds in it, it means it's a rare pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means that's a keeper.
It
That's
doesn't
a-
mean that
that's a keeper
people
cut.
that
It's-
counted
yeah.
the seeds can't count.
It's
Well,
not
it
that
was-
It's that it's a rare pack.
That was
short.
a European counter. That was probably on a metric system.
Metric system, but he missed 10.
That was a Canadian
Yeah,
pack.
it's
That's
not
a
short.
Canadian
It's
pack.
not short 2 seats.
He's like, they go by 8 here. I know. It's either 12 or it's 8. I know it's 2 away from my.
All right, Mike, I'm going to send you some of the new
That's a Quebec
Purpinator,
bag.
some of the bird seed. I'm also going to send you some of the garden spray for all those problems that you're dealing with in, Mike. If you don't know
Thank you.
about the garden spray, let me tell you. Hey, give me the. What is garden spray? Well, it's from the makers of Purpinator and Turpinator. That's Rhizoflora. It uses a combination of food-grade organic oils, citric acid. It delivers a 3-pronged attack on common garden pests, including aphids, whiteflies, fungus gnats, spider mites, flies, beetles, broad mites, and thrips. It also helps control powdery mildew and downy mildews when used as a preventative spray. A single bottle used at a 15 milliliter per gallon will make, well, is this correct? Seems like it says it's going to make 256 gallons, Mike.
Oh my God!
You wanted to save money. Well, you just saved money with your pest control and fungi control.
It is.
It is. Oh
It
my
is
God!
every
You,
time.
and you don't need a doser. You just need a shot glass. To
Every time you blow my
measure
mind.
that. All right, Mike. Hey, man, stay well. I appreciate you having fun with us and being a good sport. You keep growing. Call in
man.
anytime, man.
Well, Heavy, we're long soldiers in the war against crime.
Ooh.
And all I can say is I hate medical marijuana.
Well, welcome to the club. You heard us rail against Prop 64 and all that shit. Come on now. Yeah, come on now, dog.
All right.
Hey,
Legal
COVID brought the numbers back up out here, though. I'll tell you what. All right.
Oh, COVID brought it back up.
Yeah.
I hear you.
All right.
It ain't done nothing for us out there yet.
We're not mad at the new low.
All right, my man.
All right, man.
Be
Y'all
well.
stay safe.
You too.
May all your ups and downs be between the sheets.
That's right.
No, God bless you.
That's right. I like that one. I'm going to use that one. Mike from Oklahoma City. All right. Let's go to from Oklahoma to Compton. Let's go to Adrian.
No shit, we're in Compton?
Yeah, I think so. Is that where you're at?
No, I'm pretty fed. Yeah, I'm here at work, just working. We're almost done with our shift.
All right, man.
Are you in Compton?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay, for sure. Then. All right.
All right. What's your question, Adrian? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, so I'm trying to start my hydroponic grow. What would you guys recommend?
Big Jack?
Well, a hydroponic system, but then what size hydroponic grow are you starting to do?
What would you recommend? Well, figure out the area, so what type of system you want to go, get some plants, turn on the lights, put some shit on them, and sell that shit afterwards for the new low, which is going to be $4,800 by the time you're done. All right, next call.
If you set up if you set up now, $4,800 by the time you're done.
What was that? Do you know how to do duck calls?
All right, can you just turn off this guy's mic? He's blowing COVID all over here.
No, but you're saying like what hydro
he
system do you
hung
recommend?
up. His boys in the background were laughing at him. We got all embarrassed.
They're like, "Oh, you fucked up. Hang up."
They're like, "Yeah."
What do I need to go?
Hey, Adrian.
Well, a hydroponic system.
I wasn't trying to be mean to him.
No, I know. He just
You were a dick.
I scared him away.
Mike from Oklahoma, you got to call back and give us your shipping info. You hung up. All right, let's go to quick break while we do this right now. 562-653-0707. We're talking grow for one more break. So a couple calls, then we're going to the grand prize. We do have another pack of turtle seeds, a limited edition More Trees, Less Assholes t-shirts, a gallon of Turpinator, a full set of Mission fertilizer, and some smart pots to give out. That's over $200 worth of free grow gear. Call in 562-653-0707. It's Heavy T on DFCRadio.com.
I'm hiding the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm hiding the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city.
Caviar got me scorched. Why you niggas smoking Newport shorts? And you wonder why your bankroll short. Probably cause your ass never left the porch. I be grinding and making moves, you know the business. Pound the block, pushing work till it's finished. Serial killers leave no fucking eyewitness. Extra clip, shit, I'm on my blade. Respect you, respect me. I've been hustling my whole life. You know there's no nigga out here like this. Seen the light. I see you niggas stopping at the stop sign. I'm California stopping cause the world is mine. So claim defeat, the angels speak. They woke the king will sleep. The trip will be the way to meet.
I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm hiding the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm hiding the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city.
Tapes confused with wearing capes, you fools. Still breaking the rules, roll moving, you lose. Handyman with the tool, I had to rock his body. I came to body like Lottie Dottie, and I don't wanna hurt nobody. I'ma break it down with the get down, watch it go down, hold it down with the 4 pound. Now you know now, it's about to go down.
Respect you, respect me.
I've been hustling my whole life.
You know there's no nigga out here like
this. I see you niggas stopping at the stop sign. I'm California stopping cause the world is mine. So claim defeat, the angels speak. They woke the king will sleep. The trip will be the way to meet.
weaknesses and my strengths. But everybody know my strengths definitely outweigh my weaknesses. As long as that, I'm a human being, like everybody else. And if I meet somebody perfect, then they can train me, and they can help me be perfect. But ain't nobody out there perfect. So we'll all just get along with it.
They say Machiavelli's resurrected. I can feel his presence, but the coldest thing, Machiavelli never left us.
Who the fuck he think he is? Talking about Machiavelli never left us. Who the fuck is it?
I'm an outlaw thug, like hustle to the death of me. Brutality and I'm mom lost, baby. Worth to get money, knowledge and I fucking lead. Think I seen that ghost if you stood right in front of me. Tupac eternally, Rogers on his own shit. Think like new money, and you can pass it, show me. Worldwide masterpiece, hustle on this fucking street. On that dead fed crime, so they still trapping me. $1 million smile, girls say I'm sexy. Bachelor in arts, got it in psychology. Player, you ain't fly as me, still can't see me. Stand on oxygen, when you can't even do the
Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city.
Riding down the west coast, candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby, the Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans, get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potens, got your eyes low, lower than the ocean, just west coasting through the coast, with the potion, and the best dro to smoke, the baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the west coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. Cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family of cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's, get it, that's only the obvious. Go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in the pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1.
DFC Radio,
happytea.com.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Don't you put that evil on me!
Heavy T.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Richter timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Want to let you know about my vegan forest. That's right, I said it, vegan forest. Harvested from all the vegan NorCal hippies I could find. That's right, from the hippies themselves. They go in and food for me with all the vegan diets they have. And my son, Dr. Meanie Duff, went through for all the corn and raisin content available. He gave me thumbs up. It's great for your soil. Amend it now. That's right, the vegan forest. From all the NorCal hippies out there, thank you very much. Keep eating that raisin and corn, bros. Awesome. Amend your soil now.
That was awesome.
Hey, are you all right? I don't know, man. I am freaking out. I think I'm having a bad trip, bro.
A bad trip? Things look fine to me. Looks like you just transplanted your girls into some happy hippie garden mix from Sanctuary Soils.
So I'm not freaking out?
Oh, you're freaking out, all right. And I would be too. That's no ordinary potting soil you've got there. That's a premium organic blend that includes composted forest material, peat moss, perlite, pumice, lava rock, some of the best worm castings available, humic shale ore, dolomite lime, azomite, soy meal, and gypsum.
That's a lot of stuff. Did you just read all that? You just blew my mind, man.
It's a lot of good stuff that you can only find in an organic, natural mix like Happy Hippie.
So what you're saying is, with Happy Hippie Garden Mix, I shouldn't panic because it's organic?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that, and you shouldn't either. Although I guess you aren't wrong. Here's the deal. You aren't having a bad trip, bro. This is all great news. You're providing your plants with everything they need to get off to an incredible start.
So I can't taste colors then?
No. But you will taste and see the difference in your fruits and flowers now that you're using Happy Hippie Garden Mix from Sanctuary Soil. For more information, you should check out bulksoil.com.
You know, C is for cookie, and darn it, that's good enough for me. I'm Brody Walker, the Techno Warlock. Please listen 10 to 12 every Sunday to hear me ramble on about tech stuff that benefits you.
DFZRadio.com. Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Heavy T hooked me up, man. Thanks.
That's right.
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other...
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707, for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Hey, what's up? Shout out to my man, DJ Saint, my brother.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
That was awesome.
DFZRadio.com.
Yeah. Naps. Knock off. What up, Saint? And we hustle. Hustle hard. Team ADX Anthem.
Hey, what these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never get lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction team. Follow me, niggas team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man. We get them off, man. We on the front porch shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tell competitors all bad. Test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change. I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up. Rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lock up. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family. This is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. I'm taking this shit head on. And the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who running with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on a life. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be done.
so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, 80X team going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night.
Catch me in the booth. Catch me in the booth every night, riding in my ride.
Yeah.
Until the light. Wish a motherfucking Denny's had Grand Slam.
Ooh, but I gotta eat it outside.
Chicken parmesan.
I gotta eat it outside
in my Grand
ride.
Slam outside.
In my ride.
Next to the dumps, a lot of flies.
Great. And your bitch start to cry because she see me in my ride.
In the great.
Eating the Grand Slam on the side.
We're gonna lie and say it's my birthday, so that shit is free.
Hey, it is my birthday.
Play the national anthem and
it's my
motherfuckers
birthday.
take a knee. In the great.
It's my birthday, by the way.
Is your birthday?
Not today. But you know what? When I know it's my birthday, that's when I get to call out BMC because it was his birthday.
It was.
See?
It was.
See? I don't know what his
Shout
birthday
out.
is, but I just know it's close to mine. And when I'm like, oh, it's almost my birthday, I'm like, oh, that means it was already BMC's birthday.
It was August 2nd.
There it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're shooting partners, by the way. So, like, I trust him with my life around.
Well, he makes funny memes about you.
We make memes together in real life.
Yeah. He's just a jerk in real life.
That's true. He's way more of a jerk in real life than he is on IG.
I'm
so.
taking. No, he's not. I'm
Yeah,
taking.
it is.
I'm
But
taking my
I want
show
the
and
people
going
to
home.
believe that.
I'm taking my show and going home.
Man. Or you're leaving your show here and going home and fucking sealing out the beer, aka last week or 2 weeks ago.
He probably still
3
has
weeks
those
ago.
beers in his trunk
I know. There's
right now.
there's fucking Mad Hatters, whatever those are, fucking buried in your car
Hey,
somewhere.
at baseball, this is what I do. I'm like, all right, assistant coaches. All right, get them up, get the nets up, throw some soft toss over here, some whiffles over here. I'm gonna go get the catcher's gear out of the car.
But now you have your 48 ounce igloo
100
that you
White
just
Claw.
put 3 fucking tall cans in and fucking ride the lightning. Dude.
And it hangs
on the field.
and it
bro.
hangs on the fence, so it's away from the
disgusting.
COVID.
It's disgusting. It has a bag on a side bag that holds sunflower seeds. It's fucking gross.
Yep.
If it's 100-degree White Claw, does it get you more? Does it hit harder?
No, cold White Claws hit harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
It hits super hard.
Yeah, when they're
Hits so hard. Pow, pow. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. CPT's there again. I'm sure it's the same group. Is it the same group, Saint?
Nope.
All right, go to CPT then. Who's this?
We got Compton on the phone.
Compton.
What up?
What's going on?
It's Manny.
What up, Manny? How you feeling?
Manny out there
Good,
with
good.
CPT.
How's everybody?
A better question. How you living?
Well, no.
I'm living great.
The better
Good.
question is that now that Heavy T is coherent, what is the real question you want to ask him from last week?
We weren't on the air last week.
2 weeks ago.
I wasn't on there. I wasn't on there either. All sponsors will receive a credit for that show.
That was the best show. We freestyled all night.
All right, what's up, Manny?
I'm gonna do a indoor grow and tent this weekend, but I ran into the question that I had to ask was, like, I'm gonna do it using soil, and they say soil usually carries about a month's worth of nutrients. So do I leave out any kind of grow nutrients for the veg part, or do I use
Only if you're
nutrients?
veg. If you're veg, from the day you transplant them or start the seed or whatever and it starts growing, is 4 weeks until you want to bloom, then yes. If it's longer than that, then you want to provide fertilizers for however long that is after.
Because I just want to veg for like the three to 4 weeks,
Yeah,
and then
then-
and then
then-
flip them. So then
So exactly. So then you're going to put them in a pot size that you're comfortable with to flower in right off the bat. Tailor the watering to to the needs that a smaller plant would want until it starts to establish itself in that larger pot. And then after 4 weeks, flip the lights and start going into your transition where you start to marry the veg to the bloom fertilizers. So you're not gonna veg. You're gonna veg fine and just give it water, and then after 4 weeks, you're gonna start providing a fertilizer, which is gonna be a veg fertilizer or transition fertilizer for those first 2 weeks, and then you're gonna switch it into your bloom, and just ride that lightning bolt, because that's kind of what you're setting yourself up for. Whereas most people in the soil situation would probably take that 4 weeks to get that initial boost out of their initial transplant, that 4 weeks of fertilizer, then transplant into a bigger pot from a smaller pot, and start to fertilize maybe 2 or 3 weeks into your bloom, maybe 4 weeks into your bloom. But
okay, that
means an extended veg time too. So if you're on a strict cycle and you want to hit that Christmas crop, you might only want to.
Oh, you heard about the Christmas crop?
You might only want to do the 4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dog. Hey, everyone knows you've been a grower your whole life. You know about a Christmas crop.
Every tea's a proponent for the Christmas crop.
Yeah,
okay?
This is a Santa Claus crop.
Right.
Everyone needs trees at Christmas.
You know what I mean? Saying so. If that's what you're trying to achieve, then yes, go ahead and just keep it on that strict schedule, 4 weeks. Take what you get at that point. Make sure you're hitting everything when it needs to be hit. You're on point. You're very focused, because if you miss anything, that turns into your time.
Yeah, right.
And listen, your super soil is good to go for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But you can add biostimulants,
sure.
More organisms, stuff
Teas.
to feed the organisms,
Yeah,
humic acids, teas,
sure.
microbes.
Yep.
But if you are going to add something where you have a heavy feeding plant, you don't add it more
Well,
than once a week.
It's going to be the bird
I almost finished.
That's what's going in the tent.
That's what she said.
Manny, you don't add it more than once a week. Okay? So if you feel it needs more, you don't go on a feed water or a feed water. You give it once a week on routine.
Once a week. That's what I do on my outdoor.
Dude, the Mission Roots is made from fossilized bat guano, and it gives nutrition, but it also boosts the roots. That's probably the only thing you need with a good super soil like Empire Builder or Happy Hippie.
And maybe what about on the transplant? Put some shark.
Great white is what he's probably
Shark
thinking.
gills?
You got shark fin?
He's probably thinking
Great white.
white.
Yeah, no,
Great white. There we go.
Yeah, great white's a good biostimulant. It has a very aggressive bacteria called trichoderma in it that will destroy certain fungi. It will keep your roots clean. It also has fungi that takes hold immediately. It's a endomycorrhizae that starts as soon as it makes contact with your root system. So that takes hold immediately. The trichoderma starts getting ramped up, and it wipes everything else out, including your beneficial fungi.
Wow. Okay.
So it keeps them clean. At the same time, it will help in the beginning stimulate root growth. I'm not necessarily on that tip of adding bacteria and fungi together in the same mixture. I would like to keep them individualized, but I also like as much control as possible. I like mycos, man. A good endo with several species of it. It's less expensive. It's easy to add. You just dust the roots with it, and you're good to go. Mycos from Extreme Gardening is probably the number one. Great White used to be.
I transplant on Wednesdays, and you know what? I'll be honest.
You're transplanting tonight?
I go back to this spot. I go to transplant, and then I look to my right, and there's fucking 30 bags of mycos.
That's where they went.
I never remember to use it.
Right next to my farm jar.
Because I never remember to use it.
Yeah. Right next to my farm jar.
And my plants do just fine. Because generally, those same things are found inside the soil. And, you know, these days, most soils are good to go in that regard. Adding that extra benefit will help with, like, transplant shock and things like that, like what vitamin B1 used to do. But, like, I honestly forget to add that stuff in there, but if you get certain products.
Too many seltzers.
It's dude.
Dutch seltzer.
I hang out with Dave Seltzer all night.
Dutch
go home
seltzer.
to transplant, and I'm like,
hold on, Manny. Hold on. We're gonna toss it over to Tommy. Tommy Guns. He was raising his finger. What were you raising?
No, I wasn't.
You were asking someone to pull it?
Are those micro bars over there? Like,
I wasn't trying to take them.
Yeah, Diego keeps saying, where'd all the bars go? I'm like,
no. I was basically.
There's fucking 100. That was an exaggeration to lend.
I got 100. I got 100 things. I'm like, I don't see those receipts.
To lend. Yeah, because that's how I get paid for doing the show.
Diego has his own
I get paid in Micro's
Amazon
bars.
account now.
I get fucking paid in sponsors, gifts. That's where your shipping goes, guys, by the way. Okay, so your gifts get given to you, and then I get paid in them. And then I get the garden. My garden gets to live for another day. Okay?
And then I post memes.
You had something to say, Tommy?
No, well, basically, I was going to ask, for anybody out there thinking, what's the difference between the Mycos and the Great White, like you're saying? Because I know from just experience with... No, not even Chat Farms.
ChatFarms.com.
If Chat Farm, the Chat Chronicles is way different. But just from experience with working with Great White versus anything else, what would be the difference between using something like a Great White, which has other type of fungus like Bacillus, whatever, versus something like Mycos, which could be more of a microderm or whatever.
Yeah.
So what would be the difference or what would be the benefit between using this product versus that product?
Well, I'll tell you, my plants use Bacillus subtilis, and your mama used Bacillus mydalis. I did.
But yo, Bacillus mydalis be Bacillus mydalis.
That's true. Mycos forgoes a lot of the extra beneficials, whereas Great White incorporates all those ones, even some that are controversial and some say are not necessary for short-term crops.
Yeah, there's stuff in Great White that cannabis doesn't need.
But it's still well-rounded, and that makes it a more versatile product.
It has ectomycorrhizae, which is for hardwood plants.
Yep.
At the end of the day, if there was one product that somebody had to use to help for transplant shock or whatever, or root
it's Heavy T's
mycorrhizae. It's called Terpinator.
It's Heavy T's it's Heavy T's mycorrhizae. And I have it for sale right now.
It's like
someone down the Long Beach Highway.
So there you go, listeners.
Long Beach sewer system.
I would just give him garden spray.
So there you go. Just looking out.
All right.
Mycos and nitrogen-fixing bacteria like azos to start with, to get the nitrogen.
Yeah.
So you soak the grow medium with the azos before root development. As it roots, it uses it, and it will still be there, and the mycorrhizae will not overtake the azos. They work in a symbiotic. The trichoderma.
The azos
don't
is
fight
amazing.
against each other.
It's
That's what you're saying.
Trichoderma is like the great white shark. It kills all bacteria, fungi it eats it, that is harmful or beneficial. So, let's say in a hydroponic recirculating system, if you're going to use biologicals, which I wouldn't recommend, Great White is a good one. Right? Or trichoderma would be a good
better,
one.
The killer whale one. The
right, because that's
Orca.
pure
Orca. Exactly.
Yeah,
but at the same token, I would rather use a highly oxygenated additive.
Or just highly oxygenate.
Right, and keep it sterile.
Yeah.
Keep it sterile and forego the biologicals.
Correcto.
But in other senses, it's like this. It's like if I'm adding something and I want the product to control what's going to happen, Great White's a great product.
Control.
Right. It's going to do both things for you.
Because you have the beneficial between endo and ecto, right?
Yeah, but mycorrhizae pulls in salts the entire time. It provides basically a little cotton ball around the root zone that protects it.
Okay.
It makes a symbiotic relationship.
It's a web.
Where
the best way is a
it's
web.
It's a soil web.
Yeah, it is.
It's a soft-food web, bro.
Hey, listen, we got more callers.
I recommend.
Manny from Compton.
I recommend the book Teaming with
recommend.
Real quick.
Real quick, Manny. You're not
Teaming with microbes.
Manny, we gotta go.
Sorry, Manny.
Manny, I'm going to send you a bacteria. I'm going to give you some HydroGuard, my friend. We have some in the back. I'm also going to send you some of the roots from Mission Fertilizer. Go to missionfertilizer.com. I appreciate you, everything that you and Ray do. Not to be rude and cut you off, dude. You know we do this all the time. You
Manny,
know
you're solid.
you're
The
right there in
roots.
CPT.
The
You come
roots.
down to Long Beach Hydro. You can talk to us in person. We'll take care of you every single day of the week. From 11 to 7 p.m.
talk to
Monday
you
through
guys
Friday,
every week.
12 to 5, Saturday and Sunday.
You got it.
All right, man. Hey, we need more detailing this weekend. No, I'm going to be in Hesperia. Damn, next weekend. Oh, wait, I'm going to be in Human next weekend.
Heavy T's.
I want to start getting my shit cleaned.
Heavy T is going to not
All right.
be here for the next 2 weeks.
This
After that,
weekend.
he's
I'm
gonna
open
be
this
quarantined.
weekend.
All right, let's do
For
it.
anybody that
You want the
wants to
Camaro
be out
down?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. I'll be here.
Hit up at Black Market Cultivators. Big Jack wants his Camaro done. He'll pull it into the shop, pull it in back.
I got it.
This
I got him.
weekend.
All right.
Even in his driveway, and you could do his wife's Mercedes, all blacked out.
Yep.
That she never drives.
Well, let's sit clean in the driveway.
Jack, what's going on over there, bro? We talked a little bit earlier. You got transients rolling up, yelling at you.
Yeah, I told. Well, did you hear? I had.
They almost had to blast someone in your backyard.
Well, a second time.
A second time?
And at his front door.
This Heavy T Grow Show is racist.
This time,
Tommy Cruise just asked me to roll a blunt.
This time, he's like, I'm gonna give this to the black guy.
I know exactly. I literally unsolicited. He's like, "You want to roll it?"
Because I rolled the last one. I was just
So
asking.
fuck
if you
is
wanna
your
roll.
weed, man.
Whatever, bro.
All right, well, we're not going to hear
I
the
didn't-
story. Well, that was a good story. Let's go to Eddie in Washington.
Anyway.
Fucking this guy.
Hijack my show. This guy on his show. What
In
a
this
dick.
political climate, you're gonna ask me to roll the blunt, dude?
Shut up.
Yeah.
damn it.
Hey, Todd K.
I'll fucking sue you.
Cause a ruckus, Todd K.
Squeeze blood from a carrot, fool. Whatever.
Okay, whatever. There's blood
Carrot
red carrots.
has
player.
juice.
There's
It's
blood
from a
red
rock.
carrots, player.
Shit. Eddie.
Who rolls a better blunt is all I'm saying. Fool. Whatever.
Okay, roll. Give me
Good
the blunt.
evening,
then.
fellas.
Give me
Good
the blunt.
evening.
No,
Give it to
because
me.
it's
Can you shut these
racial.
fucks up?
It was a joke.
I know.
Both of them. Thank you. You shut me up too, did you? No, we just got Jack. All
Give me the weed too.
right, Jack and I are here.
Okay.
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Eddie,
Yes, what's going on?
can you hear me?
Yes.
What's going on?
Nothing much. It was just nice hearing Horty. Haven't heard Horty for a while, so just thinking back of all the days, you know, it was pretty good to see you guys upbeat, you know.
Bless up for Horty.
Yeah, I know, just going through the funk, you know, that's, you know, you guys were there for me, shit, many years ago, you know, just alone and my ladies, you know, getting me through this shit. So big ups to Horty's, man. I love to see him out moving around.
You gotta follow him on Instagram. His shit is hilarious.
Oh, it's fucking funny as shit, isn't it?
Yeah, you saw his ass in the Paper Mache Hotel. You know what's going on.
Paper
And
Mache
he
Hotel.
was like, you know it's a crack motel. And I was like, you made that fucking paper mache, didn't you, Horty? Come on. And you know, what's it called? Where they make it the spread. He made some spread too.
Some pruno.
Where they make it.
Yeah. No, big up to all you guys. And the three right there just holding down the fort when you get, you know, when you pass out and you leave them. When you leave us flowing on the mic.
Hey man, Eddie, I really appreciate you calling. Take it easy.
Eddie,
Go ahead and hang up on this one. Fuck you, player. Fuck me. It's the Heavy T Grow Show.
That's Eddie that won the
Fuck you with the fucking can of Pringles. That's what I'm talking about. Good, bring him back up.
He won the freestyle competition.
You won the freestyle competition.
Fuck yeah, and you missed it.
All right.
C going for B. And
Fine.
C.
All right, let's hear it again. Drop a beat.
No, fuck that.
No.
You had too many White Claws, you know.
Oh.
I drink Bud Light seltzers, by the way. The manly drink, not White Claws, those little dainty cans.
Yeah, but the flow, I had to
we
put in
buy our
White Claw.
seltzers in tall cans.
I
Dad.
appreciate it, Eddie. Do you have a question tonight?
Actually, I was fucking taking a dab in my room, and it's all blacked out. I put the mini split in, thanks to Dutchman freaking a couple months ago, telling me how to wire up shit. But now I have like a moonlight. It shows me, you know, what degree it is.
Should I be covering that shit up? They're in bed right now.
If
They,
it's white,
yeah, and most of the
It's not
news.
white. It's blue. It's a nice blue. It's like a moonlight actually, but
Yeah, it's gonna fuck you
I
up.
can see in there almost.
You're starting a seed company, Eduardo Seed Company.
He hasn't started flowering.
You got to cover it.
No, it's in bed.
See?
Yeah. I was just making sure the room's running.
Cover it with a piece of cardboard.
Look on the remote control. It will say LED control, and you could probably turn it off.
No fucking shit.
Wow.
Well, we've never done this
Nice.
before. You know?
Does it say it?
First time.
Does it say
I'm in the
LED?
fucking room.
Let's see if it says it. What are you trying to do?
Let's see.
You trying to snake my seltzer?
Seltzer snake.
He's a seltzer snake.
Seltzer snake.
Slime.
I know those seltzers are good, Eddie. You know they're good.
Thank you. Jeez,
Eddie's like,
It's a
I don't
display.
drink.
He's like, what's that?
Yeah, hit it. Let's see what happens.
Display off.
Let's see. Motherfuckers!
Hey,
that's why we get paid the big bucks.
Exactly.
No shit. See?
Yeah.
You can call out every now and then, Heavy T.
Listen up.
Saved him from starting
I can't say anything to Eddie. I like Eddie. And
We've
Eddie's
only
a-
master programmed Chinese remote controls to work with our American ACs several times, just
Yeah.
off a beep system.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on.
I think this is. I think this is down.
It just beeped 3 times. We got it.
Was that 3 beeps?
got it.
Color codes.
You were at 23 degrees Celsius.
Color codes.
What is the Celsius? I don't know, but it feels good in here.
3 beeps in the fucking L1.
Celsius is like
My balls ain't sweating no more. It feels
the
good.
temperature
There you go.
times 2 plus 27.
My air conditioner is so old that it's in Celsius.
L1
I
pops
just told
3
you.
times.
I just told you.
And then
No, my old Aura
Mine-
used to just like flip to fucking Celsius for no reason, and they call and be like, "Yeah, that happens."
Mine's just only Celsius.
Like, it reverted to Chinese. Yeah, it happens. It's not covered in the warranty.
Yeah. Now your AC is from China.
That's what everything is I have, the Royal.
Have fun with your communist AC.
So it's always been Chinese, but we just had
Eddie's trying to
English
say
in
something, man. He's our guest. Go ahead, Eddie.
The Royal. That's what I have. Is that a decent one? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm Chinese. I know
That's
that.
Is it cold? All of them are Chinese.
Yeah,
Come
they're
on.
all Chinese.
Or Mexican.
Yeah.
How about some
Shout out to
maintenance
Mirage.
like
They got 'em from
info?
China.
You know what I mean? Like some maintenance info, like how to keep your shit
You
clean
can't
a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
go
you-
get the
I
bottle.
spray Clorox
the
bleach up in
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
And then I
No,
spray hot water
not
in
the
there.
head
No.
unit. Not the head unit.
You
sucks,
never,
bro, like,
you never turn
you
it
can
off,
never
and
get
it
the
never
head
goes
unit
old.
cleaned. Yeah.
Yeah, you
just
have
gotta
to
run.
open it up. You have to.
But
open
I'm
it
saying
up.
that the outside, the condenser unit, like
You just spray it
outside,
down.
like-
They make a product,
Yeah.
the AC grate cleaner.
pH
Right.
down.
Yeah.
You just squirt it with pH
It's
down.
acid. It is an acid.
And you're done.
And then, like,
Cow
melts
mag
it.
on it?
BMC is right.
Just make sure that your gardener sprays all the dead leaves right behind your unit, so it sucks it right into it. It works like a
Yeah,
charm.
make sure you spray right behind your.
Let's
Right
kill him.
And like, what's that
Not
big
the
sound?
gardener, like everything around the fucking unit.
Okay, dude. You ready, Eddie?
Cool. Appreciate it, fellas.
All right. Sayonara.
All right, much love. All right, you guys take care, man.
Adios.
Assalamu
Love
alaikum.
you. I was like, no.
Very cultural.
Why's he giving me so much shit? I wasn't here for his rap.
You left. That's why he gave you shit because you
I
left.
had to leave.
And you
It was
stole
a
our
medical.
beers.
It was a medical
But
emergency.
you had to steal the
It
beers?
was a medical
But
emergency.
steal
You had
the
to
beers?
poop.
All right.
You had to steal the beers?
Yes, I don't poop here. That was a medical emergency. Who's knocking on the wood? Is that Saint?
Was that someone outside?
Everybody stop.
It's fucking Saints fucking. What do they call it when you just can't stop moving your leg?
Oh, his nervous
Irritable bowel
tick.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's no. That's
He's like, no, that's different.
Duff had that thing.
That's how I know you know.
Restless
what
leg.
it's called. Restless leg. Restless leg. Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have restless leg. You have no sex from your wife for the last 10 years.
Whose legs don't stop and who's
His legs are just freaking out because he didn't bone that night.
Hey, since I gave up my extracurricular activities with Horty, I haven't been
Who
shitting
wears
my
the
pants
pants
in
and
mine.
who's got fucking the fucking leaky leg? You know what I mean?
Hey, get one. Hey, Tommy, who's gone to the bathroom like 10 times for fucking a total of an hour? Come on.
Hey, he puked twice so he could be here right now.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Hey, guess what? I pissed like 3 times at the fucking pizza place, though.
I haven't pissed one time since I've
I was not at no pizza place. Don't tell my
I
wife
didn't
that.
say you were. I said
I'm
did.
in quarantine.
I said I did.
Oh, you guys were hanging out before this went to
I
pizza
didn't
place?
say anybody was with me.
I'm thinking, when I can't come to work
as my
anymore,
person by myself,
I can tell on my
took like
employer.
3 pisses in the pizza place.
I can tell on my employer and then collect COVID-19
We sat outside
unemployment
next to the
Hey,
golfing.
shut up! That's fucking
Racist.
No, that's
Oh.
fucking incriminating evidence over there.
Who?
All right, let's
Whoever's
go.
on
Last
top.
caller before the grand prize, Vinny in the LBC.
Oh, shit.
Vanuardo.
Vincenzo.
Does he even know it?
Vincent.
Who you looking for?
He's here. He's here. He's always there.
You.
Playboy?
What's up, play?
What up, dog? What's up, player?
Damn, burping. Fucking boom.
Is this that Vinny dude?
This is fucking. What's his name? What's his name?
Grimy. Fucking low life bum.
Grimy ass.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Does
shit face.
that dude that like smokes like parliaments or some shit, right?
Oh, dude. Hey, the
He
Parliament.
smoked this purple punch I left in the bushes.
I do bumps. I do bumps out of Parliament.
This was like I got like 12 cents for a Lucy and shit, right?
Oh no, I got 25 cents for a Lucy right now. Though you got one?
I don't know. That's this full Vinny,
Hey,
right?
you got a Lucy? You have a Lucy? Dog?
I don't know, Vinny. You got Lucy's or what?
I need a Lucy. I'll pay you 25 cents for a smoke. I'll pay $1 for
Hey,
a smoke.
hey, I got 50 cents on the Lucy's though. What's cracking?
I'll pay $1 for a smoke.
I got $1
What the
for
fuck
3.
are we talking about, Todd?
I'm
We
talking about
smoking
you.
fools, or what are we doing for dollars?
We're just over here, you know.
We're just doing what you do.
Slanging parliaments, bro.
You got Parliament?
What up? What up? What up?
And remember old school parliament? Just do a little cocaine.
I know. They're not like that anymore? They're not like that anymore?
Yeah, back in the they don't know anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have the recess?
You can't
the
do
recess?
cocaine with parliaments anymore.
They don't have the recess?
I don't know.
cup?
I don't know.
It's not the same.
I roll my cigarettes now. I grow my own tobacco. Fool, I'm crazy. It's like,
That's illegal, dog. Don't
Is
talk
it,
about that.
Is it really?
well,
Yeah,
I
it's illegal.
don't care.
This
Everything's
fool grows his
illegal.
own tobacco, his own corn.
The state
his
comes
own
by to like
basil.
those six cannabis plants are
My
fine,
life
but that
is
tobacco
illegal.
hands behind
This
your
fool
back.
has a Terminator elbow.
Right, exactly.
He's like half
I'm gonna have to
Robocop,
call you
half
back.
Terminator.
So
This fool looks like T1000 before he got
All
split
right,
in
I'm gonna have
half.
to call you back, dog.
He's gotta let us
Hey,
go.
still
All right,
here.
we'll talk to you next week later.
Okay,
gotta let
get
us
ready
go.
for the grand prize.
It's all good.
So the next
You
caller.
guys ready for the grand prize
I
question?
couldn't take that anymore. I'm sorry. Love you, Vincento.
I know, but what else do you expect us to do when he's on there unless otherwise he takes control?
I'm just rolling the yoink,
Okay, yoink roller.
and you guys are talking over each other, so that's
Yoinky,
I'm
yoink.
making-
What else are we gonna do when Vinny's on there? Otherwise, he just dominates the
It's-
entire
Sorry,
thing.
T.
It's talk radio.
He had something that very, very
Shut up!
important to say.
I'm tired of you.
And what do you have to say, T?
He didn't have nothing to
I
say.
cannot speak for another man.
Exactly. Oh,
But what
you
you
do all
felt
the time.
that he was gonna say was.
Whatever, dude. Your
The-
farm dryer's fucking missing. It's held hostage. It's fucking held hostage, dude.
So, let's do a grand prize question.
Tommy's coming up with it, right?
Grand prize question.
The grand prize question tonight was
In
where
the microphone.
in the microphone Horty Chris was out there
Where?
mobbing around everywhere. But where tonight was Horty Chris
It's Dr. Seuss.
Where did he call
being a hobo in his car?
from?
But where? Over there.
Hey, more precisely.
Did he come from and where?
Where is Horty Chris right now? He mentioned it. You can go follow at Horty Chris on his IG. Find out where he's at. He's sleeping somewhere tonight. That's where his family's from. 562-653-0707. Call in. Where is not homeless Chris vacation?
Where in the world is Horty Chris
San Diego.
Spaceship with a pole.
Where in
Where
the world
in the world is Horty
Chris-
San Diego?
Horty's, yeah, Winnebago.
Where in the world is Horty Lauer?
Where is Horty sleeping in his Horty Bago?
Chris Lauer.
Pimpin' 101.
Hey, are you all right? I don't know, man. I am freaking out. I think I'm having a bad trip, bro.
A bad trip? Things look fine to me. Looks like you just transplanted your girls into some happy hippie garden mix from Sanctuary Soils.
So I'm not freaking out?
Oh, you're freaking out, all right. And I would be too. That's no ordinary potting soil you've got there. That's a premium organic blend that includes composted forest material, peat moss, perlite, pumice, lava rock, some of the best worm castings available, humic shale ore, dolomite lime, azomite, soy meal, and gypsum.
That's a lot of stuff. Did you just read all that? You just blew my mind, man.
It's a lot of good stuff that you can only find in an organic, natural mix like Happy Hippie.
So what you're saying is, with Happy Hippie Garden Mix, I shouldn't panic because it's organic?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that, and you shouldn't either. Although I guess you aren't wrong. Here's the deal. You aren't having a bad trip, bro. This is all great news. You're providing your plants with everything they need to get off to an incredible start.
So I can't taste colors then?
No. But you will taste and see the difference in your fruits and flowers now that you're using Happy Hippie Garden Mix from Sanctuary Soil. For more information, you should check out bulksoil.com.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Dude, I'm in the zone.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707, for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Richter timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a Duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the 2 expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in 2 separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plantech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
DFCRadio.com.
You are listening to DFZRadio.com.
I'ma always buy from a Coco fucking ninja. Who gets me high? That's my Coco fucking ninja. We ain't growing outside, we some Coco fucking ninjas. Riding in my ride with some Coco fucking ninjas. My ninja, my ninja. My ninja, my ninja. Coco fucking ninja. My ninja, my ninja. My ninja, my ninja. A Coco fucking ninja. She's wheeled by my side, I'm a Coco fucking ninja. Youths just can't hide from this Coco fucking ninja. My meme set the price, I'm a Coco fucking Illuminati. Ninja. Growers paradise, I'm a Coco fucking ninja. My ninja, my ninja. Say it. My ninja, my ninja. A Coco fucking ninja. My ninja, my ninja. My ninja, my ninja. A Coco fucking ninja. My ninja, my ninja. My ninja, my ninja. A Coco fucking ninja. My ninja, my ninja. My ninja, my ninja. DFZ Radio.
Are we back?
Yep.
Oh my god.
What was the question again? What race rolls the best blunt?
Yes.
No.
The grand prize question is
No.
on the tour of Horty Chris's Not Homeless Vacation.
The late tour.
Across America.
Where?
I had so many more questions that I wanted to ask him.
He kind of just took over. He kind of just took over.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but it was
He
cool.
was feeling it.
Yeah, he was feeling it. But I love how he really talked about like the future of his product too. He like incorporated that. You know, he's not just messing around.
Yeah, he's
It's a
setting up
world
any
tour
lights.
for his
I want to
product.
know how the local.
thinks ahead all day,
You know,
every day.
you know, he pulls up to these gas stations in his
product.
Adidas shorts. And
They're comfortable to
a
drive
shirt,
in.
a shirt that's
Adidas.
neck
Oh,
is
yeah.
so stretched out it's down to his
said,
breast
yeah.
line.
He's
He
at
said, you
Top
know,
Golf. He's at Top Golf.
You know, the Adidas shorts.
But they can't tell him you ain't from around here because he's from everywhere.
The Adidas shorts.
They'll be like, no, I'm
You
from
know,
here.
I'm from Virginia, Pittsburgh,
You know, the
Texas,
Adidas
California,
shorts.
and Michigan.
The Adidas shorts that
And
only
Michigan's
cost
pretty
me
much Ohio.
$120.
Michigan's pretty much Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. So I'm from everywhere.
Yeah, he's from every state.
Well, he's got smart pauses in the
Nevada.
fucking
Oh yeah. Oh, my aunt lives
buffer,
in Kentucky.
buffer briefs.
All right. Where was the last spot that Horty Chris is? Where is he tonight?
Yeah, where's Horty?
Right now.
Where is Horty? Go ahead, Sing. You pick the line.
How many numbers?
Oh, there's
we're gonna
one.
take another call?
No, they're out.
You got
Wait,
that?
ask the
Yeah, you got
question.
yeah. Come on. Pick a number.
Who's this?
You want to talk directly?
You talk.
You want to talk to him directly?
Not the motherfucking caller. The person you picked that was a caller.
We got line 2, Sean from NorCal.
Jesus Christ.
What's happening?
Que onda, palabra?
Well, I think Horty is camping in Michigan.
He's camping in Michigan. Now, let's think long and hard. He first went to Las Vegas.
Ooh.
And then he went to meet the smartest man in the world in Arizona. Then he drove across New Mexico, Tejas, and the Crack Hotel, up to Oklahoma where they had black gums, and you can at least have 27 grams of meth before it's a felony.
Oh my god.
Then he
That
drove
is so many grams of meth.
He drove to the right, and went to Missouri through St. Louis. He went through East St. Louis and got on the freeway real quick. Then he went to Chi-Town. Through Chi-Town, he dipped it and whipped it and drove up into the great state of Michigan. That is correct, sir. You are correct.
Woo! Yeah!
Woo, woo!
Never threatened Heavy T's knowledge on the geography of the United States of America, especially in the fucking Midwest. Okay?
Or where Harry goes.
Jesus
you know
Christ,
what I
he
mean?
took us on a little tour right there.
Route 66.
Route 40.
That's Route 40, but it's straight up, no? It's straight up.
Hey, what's up, Sean, man? You did it, man. You got some Turpinator, you got some Purpinator, you have some Smart Pots, you have a full line of Mission Fertilizer. What else I got over there? I got a bunch of other stuff, some swag and other things coming out to you, man. Every Wednesday night from 6 to approximately 9:30 or 10, depending on who's
time it
here.
is right now.
So not approximately.
Depending on
Whatever time it is right now.
Around this time.
It's 9:53.
Around this time.
Okay, it's perfect.
Who's hooking you up with the dopest grow gear and the freshest grow knowledge?
The Heavy T Grow Show.
That's right. Hey, thanks for calling in. Stay on the line. We're gonna get all your information. Go ahead and put them on hold real quick. And you pick one out here for your boy Jay Blur, because I'm gonna do a little thing for Jay right now.
All right.
Pick one out to go out to that you think is right.
All right.
You guys know that we weren't on the air last week, and with COVID and everything going on, I didn't feel like it was appropriate to necessarily start the show off on a somber note. But this show and all the shows the rest of this year are going to be dedicated to a real Duff-free soldier, a guy that helped us out at the shops, part of the Addiction Nation, a great friend to a bunch of people, a young man that unfortunately passed away last week. And
That fool was so caring. He donated his whole body. When he was dying, he called his mom and told him to make sure he takes care of Sammy, which was his friend, and to make sure that everything was okay. And that's crazy. Like he always, if you needed somewhere to stay, he'll let you live there with him. I seen him do it with even like the shittiest friends he has. He always got your back.
Hey, and this guy owned houses and stuff, but he would come in the Unicorn or the
Right.
the Shark Head at Cerritos Hydro,
Right.
and he was the guy with the sign at the corner just because he liked doing it.
Right.
And he battled his demons, and now he's at rest in a better spot. And
He was the second person ever at Memorial Hospital to ever do that since they opened.
And guys, so with love and gratitude for a life cut too short but well lived, this is dedicated to Jay Blur. Much love, brother. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
You should sing. I hope I
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about
I wanted to bring it up in the beginning, but I didn't want to.
We've come a long way
On movies
from
and
where
shows,
we
it's dedicated to
began.
something that's like
Oh, I'll
happy story.
tell you all
And you're like, who the fuck was that? And what the fuck just happened?
when I see you again.
way, and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go.
My drywall guy just called me and had some shit to say. Let's go Monday. That's cool with you. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's do it Friday so we don't. Because Mark and Shane are gonna have to do it Sunday, and then all my shit will be stolen.
Without you, my friend.
And then they'll blame the fucking
And I'll
drywall guy.
tell you all about it when I see you again.
I say they as
Come
a
a long way
Dude, Mark.
from where we began.
What else? What else is going on? Dude, when Rachel was telling me all that shit, she was like, huh, and you could tell in her eyes that they have fun most of the time.
DFCRadio.com.